Sens Flyers here on ESPN2. Flyers won game one, of course. The other playoff games all took place this afternoon on ABC. Let's take a look at them. Joe Sakic, late second, tied at 3. Aerial pass to Steven Reinprecht. Joe Sakic has scored at least 1 point. And now his last 11 home playoff games. Look at that one. Avalanche win 5-3. Forsberg, a goal and 2 assists. Daniel Briere scored 16 first-period goals this season, tying him with Glenn Murray for second most in the league, behind Alexei Yashin 17. Here Briere scores, and the Coyotes beat the Sharks 3-1. That series tied 1-1. Hawks won game 1 in St. Louis. Scott Mellenby scores, and the Blues win game 2. That series tied 1-1. No rest for those two. They play Sunday. Maple Leafs Islanders tie Domi. He led the Leafs in PIMS during each last 7 seasons. He scored the winning goal in game 1 and sets up that game-winning goal in game 2. Sundin gets it. Kaberle adds an empty netter, and the Leafs win 2-0 to lead the series 2-0. Jeremy Roenick, the Flyers gave him big bucks to win big playoff games. Game 2 from Philly is next.
America's capital city was planned with a rectangular grid of streets and with avenues running diagonally across the grid. The map is dotted with circles and squares, parks where the streets and avenues meet and the traffic goes around. Places for statues to honor Christopher Columbus, George Washington, foreign officers who helped lead the army in the Revolution, military heroes like Andrew Jackson, Winfield Scott, George Henry Thomas, Ulysses S. Grant. Over 200 years ago, the designer Pierre L'Enfant called for statues to commemorate those whose usefulness hath rendered them worthy of general imitation, to invite the youth of succeeding generations to tread in the paths of those sages or heroes whom their country has thought proper to celebrate.
Here, I'll get this.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Oh, no. My wallet's missing.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I had it with me earlier.
Well, how much money was in it?
It's not the money or the credit cards. My military ID was in there. I'll have to report that as soon as we get back to the post.
A military ID can give terrorists access to secured areas. If yours turns up missing, report it immediately.
www.navier.navy.mil. Whether you're new to life in the Navy or about to retire, on duty or enjoying liberty, you'll find information that applies to you and your life on the U.S. Naval Forces Europe website. Log on and get the facts on bases and installations, ports of call, employment, education, Navy news, and more. www.navier.navy.mil, bringing pertinent information to sailors, Marines, and their families.
Lost your AFN television signal? Call DSN 329-4444 or Germany 069-15688-444. Calls will be answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So put down the remote and pick up the phone and call the AFN trouble number, DSN 329-4444 or Germany 069-15688-444. And AFN will start working immediately on returning your television service.
ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs is brought to you by Quaker Steak. For the performance you want, Quaker Steak. Stay tuned. By Dodge, the official road team of the NHL. Grab life by the horns, Dodge. And by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the National Hockey League.
After an afternoon of 2-goal games, the Senators and Flyers are set to go in what promises to be a very fast-paced and physical matchup after both teams were pleased when they were skating the hardest in game one. The game is on. in the road red, the Ottawa Senators. And Philadelphia in the home white with the orange and black trim. Recchi knocks it down into the corner. The Giants, Zdeno Chara can't clear the zone. Recchi, Leclerc spins, high slot, weak shot, easy stop for Lalime. And he nudges aside his first chance. Redden can't clear the zone. Desjardins knocks it down. Leclerc in the corner, looking middle. Oates was in the slot, but Hossa on the back check breaks it up.
One thing to watch for, Jack, is with the Philadelphia Flyers defensemen really standing inside the zone, standing in that blue line, making sure the Ottawa Senators do get that puck into the neutral zone.
Salo can't clear it. Justin Williams charging in. This is a better forechecking shift than we've seen from the Flyers in the entire series, with the exception of a brief time in overtime when they actually won the thing. Patrick Lalime has not gotten a lot of support. 0-5 lifetime, but in front of him, the Sens have scored just 3 goals for him in those 5 games.
And take a look at Roman Cechmanek. The shutout in Game 1 against the Ottawa Senators. He was outstanding. I think that's the biggest question mark coming into this series with both goaltenders, Jack. Patrick Lalime and Roman Cechmanek. And in Game 1, Cechmanek was very good.
Chris Phillips breaks it out of the zone. It's 3-on-2 for the Sens as they come up ice. Brunet, McGillis slams him. Alfredson first on the puck, back of the goal. Justin Williams breaks him up. Brunet sidesteps Richardson's check, but loses his edge. Gagne absorbs a pounding on the boards as Alfredson throws his weight around. Back to center. Salo across for Phillips. He dumps it down into the Philadelphia end. Both teams get fresh legs on the ice. Donald Brashear now out there on the left wing. Tries to glove it back into play, but it flips up and into the stand. Jacques Martin is in his 7th season behind the Ottawa bench.
Well, we had a chance to talk to Jacques Martin this morning, and as we said in the open, he was extremely happy with the way the team forechecked. And one area he wanted to really improve on was the face-offs. And there's a look at Billy Barber, former National Hockey League, and now holding the reins for the Philadelphia Flyers. Wants his club to come out and be a little bit more assertive early. They've done that so far here. A minute and a half gone in the first period, no score. Flyers doing a good job in the offensive zone of really creating some opportunities by holding the blue line.
But here's Havlat sending it high slot. Whip shot just wide as Bonk still is looking for his first career playoff goal. Havlat, number 9 in red, by the way, celebrated his 21st birthday yesterday. Fedotenko at the red line. Too far forward for Brashear. Lalime nudges the puck along, but there's Janssen pinching in. Knighty takes it away. His pass doesn't connect, and it goes wide of Cechmanek. Icing on Weinrich's touchout. Ottawa is determined to answer Philadelphia's physical style of play.
And led by their captain, Daniel Alfredson. Simon Gagne might have hit his face there on the glass, even though he wears the half shield. Still an open area there, and good look there at Simon Gagne. In the olden days, that was a normal picture, Jack. Back in the olden days, and no, I wasn't playing then. Always had to wear a helmet.
I think the league ought to allow the players, the skaters, to paint their helmets the way the goalies do. It would bring back some individualism as long as you paint them in team colors. What the heck? Neal throws it middle. Desjardins on the back check.
Really see what their personalities are like.
No doubt. Ty Domi would paint a bullseye on his, I'm pretty sure. Chara lets it run through. Fedoruk on the check, and the Flyers are asserting themselves physically here. Desjardins backing up. Fedoruk can't control. Chara has that monster reach. Redden goes cross ice to Fisher. Fisher gains the zone. His drive saved by Cechmanek with a little awkward going down. Cechmanek was shaky in the opening moments of Game 1. He had a shot bust through his blocker and hit the post, but it stayed out. And everything did in Game 1. Salo wrists it through toward the goal. Hossa goes on the far boards. Phillips can't keep it in. Recchi tries to fly it away. Nice play by Phillips. It's 4-on-2 coming back. Long shot is wide. McEachern on the long rebound. Looks through. Throws it right on goal. Rebound save. Cechmanek. He covers up. The puck is still bouncing around, but the referee lost track of it and blew the whistle.
Turnover in the neutral zone by the Philadelphia Flyers. A little shot at the net, but look at people in front of the net for the Ottawa Senators. This is what they talked about this morning, of getting people to the front of the net. It's so more important, especially with a big goaltender like Cechmanek. Their big goaltender, he takes away the bottom of the net very, very well, very active. And this is the way that Ottawa wants to play. Follow up on their opportunities, and the Flyers really didn't feel that they did that in Game 1.
Daniel Alfredsson said, yeah, we got to get second shots, but we just soon score on the first ones. This morning, Alfredsson said that he actually was satisfied with the number of rebounds that Ottawa produced. I'm not sure he was completely on the up and up there. Williams catches up to it here.
Playoff time.
They're going to bring the faceoff all the way back to the Philadelphia end. I think they ruled a two-line pass. I'm pretty sure that Williams got the first touch there. Philadelphia got off to a bit of a stumbling start in Game 1. Note, first period shots, 3 for the Flyers. They had 0 until the 8:33 mark of the game.
Well, it's funny, talking to both teams this morning, the Flyers felt that they didn't skate, and really all the opportunities Ottawa Senators were got from the outside, maybe 3 or 4 real good solid opportunities. And you're talking to Ottawa Senators, they don't feel that they can play any better the way that they played as far as 5-man units.
Here's his steal. Brunet sends it down the slot. Alfredsson shot. Oh, just missed the top corner on the stick side. He rifled it off. Roenick tries the cross-ice pass. Good hit. Breaks that up as Salo makes the play. But here's Roenick on the off wing. Tries to throw it middle on shot. Flips it toward goal. It goes off the back glass. Desjardins snaps it toward goal. Well, we've seen a lot more action near the paint already, Eddie, as both of these teams are deciding that just throwing the puck at the net produces good things.
Well, look at all the goals in the playoffs. They're from in front of the net. Redirections or just shots there that look harmless, but people getting rebounds. But turnovers are so key, especially in a neutral zone. But you cannot turn the puck over right at your blue line, and that's exactly what happens with the Flyers. Simon Gagner with the turnover, and a good opportunity for the Ottawa Senators. Daniel Alfredsson, the captain. Todd White with a nice little play, little curl and drag there to change the angle. What Alfredsson is trying to do when he takes his stick and changes the angle, he just moves that puck a little bit. If the goaltender does not move, Jack, he's got an opportunity there. So when you see a player take the puck and just move it so slightly, the goaltender has to adjust to make the save.
Sometimes, as our friend Brian Engblom says, the stick can see an angle that his eyes can't.
That's a defenseman talking, too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he played with Lafleur, so he got to watch a lot of offense anyway. Desjardins. Primo knocked off the puck at the red line. Terrien goes cross ice. Fedotenko, the hero from Wednesday night. Primo goes barreling into the corner. The captain is the third-line center for Philadelphia. You talk about depth at center. This team has it. Here's Primo walking the goal line. Right in front shot. Fedotenko just wide. Knighty has the rebound. Tense moments for Ottawa, but here's a good crisp breakout pass. Havlat trying to work Desjardins, and Desjardins makes a good defensive play.
Oh, that was a good play by Havlat in his own zone. The winger came all the way back to upset the opportunity for the Flyers.
Terrien's shot. Lalime can't handle it cleanly and has to cover up as Murray is in his face.
And Martin Havlat's going to go to the box. Referee Rob Schick. It's going to be a roughing call on Martin Havlat, who I mentioned made a great play defensively in his own zone. A 2-on-1 situation for the Flyers. Good forechecking here. We're going to let it roll. Primo comes in, finishes his check, and the puck's going to get right to him, come back. But turnovers are so key. And now it's a 2-on-1, but watch Havlat come all the way back last second just to come in there with a little help from his D-man. Phillips in front of the net. The Flyers get an opportunity on the power play. They only had one in Game 1. Get a first one here in Game 2.
Well, the Flyers' power play has been an enigma this year. All the talent that this team can roll out on the ice, and it acquired Adam Oates in a deadline deal with the Washington Caps. He's out there now. Weinrich's drives, glove save, Lalime, and it goes off the high glass. Long rebound. Janssen throws it in front, deflects off of the skate of Lecision to the backboard. Close call as that one almost went on goal. Weinrich Janssen, wrist shot. Save Lalime. Lecision clears. Lalime looking sharp early. The Flyers had the 28th ranked power play in the 30-team league. Weinrich, top of the circle. Chops it cross ice. Janssen. Fisher on the go. Tries to split the seam. Weinrich shuts him down with Janssen.
You think about their power play during the regular season, Jack. Really didn't have that quarterback back there. They've experienced with some forwards. Of course, getting Adam Oates at the trade deadline certainly going to help their power play. Having a quarterback as far as a forward controlling the puck.
They say they still are getting used to him, though.
You have to be ready. You play with Adam Oates, your stick's got to be on the ice all the time.
They haven't put one in their last dozen chances in the man advantage. And here's Leclerc a little out of sync with Janssen. A two-line pass, and the drop will come back into the Philly zone with less than a minute to go on the power play for the Flyers. Been a pretty good kill for Lalime so far.
Well, he's a big goaltender. He likes to be very active, and anytime you play against a goaltender that is active, you want to make sure you get somebody right in front of him so he's not able to see the puck. And most goaltenders, that was a good save. Kicked it off to the side from our Southwest goal cam. A great shot here. For the Flyers and try to pick up some rebounds. Good hard shot there by Kim Janssen.
Still 3/4 of a minute on the man advantage for Philadelphia. Keith Primo barreling through the neutral zone. His pass deflects Desjardins' wrist shot blocked down. McGillis tries to snap it in the low corner and misses wide. Well, shot attempts are about quintuple what they were at this stage in game one.
A couple giveaways by the Senators as well. You're killing a penalty. That puck's got to be high and hard off the glass if you can.
Leclerc scoots it around opposite corner. Primo. Desjardins. Primo off the hop off of Redden's stick. Recchi in the corner unopposed. Fisher having a look. All the way to the backboards. Leclerc. Havlat's in the gate, and he's back on. We're back to 5-on-5. Fisher to Havlat. Knocks it down. Slot. Poke checked away. McGillis. And here is Dan McGillis working it out left side. Marty Murray had an assist on the game winner in overtime on Wednesday night. Williams against Phillips, and Phillips hammers him into the corner of the glass. Bouncing puck in the zone. Williams hammering away at it. Benetenko sticks a fork in it. Phillips finally nudges the puck to McEachern in the neutral zone. The diagonal rush dumps it off the right wing boards. Bonk tries to stuff it down into the corner against Terrien. They mock on the boards. Kosa can't get away from Richardson, but cycling Bonk turns, fires it off a body, throws it toward the middle. Terrien takes it away, chips it off the glass, and this is going to go for icing against Philadelphia as Salo is back on the touch. 12:08 to go first period, 0-0. Much faster pace in game two.
Back when swords were the weapons of choice, the right hand had to be free to draw the sword and fight. In those times, the best swordsman always walked on the right, so he could draw his sword instantly if there was trouble. Since then, the right side has always been the position of honor, a tradition adopted by our armed forces. It's another part of our American military heritage.
Working together is the only way for U.S. Army Europe and its allies to get the job done. That's why USARA and NATO formed the Project Partnership Program. This prestigious award is designed to recognize soldiers, civilians, and units that helped bring the U.S. and its allies closer together. Applications are due no later than April 30th. The Project Partnership Program, recognizing personal and professional contact between U.S. and allied soldiers.
So I'll be leading up to this moment, all right now, right here. My whole life. So I'll be leading up to this moment, all right now, right here. My whole life.
This week on Destinations, get ready for some football. Destinations is hitting the road with the Frankfurt Galaxy as they take on the Barcelona Dragons. Don't miss Destination Barcelona, 6:30 p.m. on AFN Europe.
Senators and Flyers Middle of the first period, game 2. Philadelphia won game 1, 1-0 in overtime on Wednesday night. 2 days for Ottawa to stew in Philadelphia and listen to reports of its imminent demise. Chara throws it through the middle. Alfredson was getting checked by Janssen and couldn't get a good stick on it. White throws it in front. Brunet's shot. Czechmanek makes another stop. Czechmanek staying square to the shooter. Alfredson in the corner.
And all the rebounds was kicking into the corner.
Alfredson whips it off the side of the goal. Janssen tips it around to Williams. Down into the corner. Alfredson there first against Justin Williams. Tries to turn away from it. Weinrich goes down underneath Brunet's hit. White back to Chara. Tees it up the drive. Deflects, goes wide off the back of the net. Alfredson fighting for it. Keeps the puck alive. White throws it off of the legs of Justin Williams. Brunet across the middle. Roenick on the back check. And Roenick back to the center circle.
Oh, this is a rock-solid shift here for White, Brunet, and Alfredson. A little line change up there by Jacques Martin with Havlat and Alfredson with White and Brunet. That all started, Jack, by a good face-off win by Todd White.
That line is working well in the early going here tonight. The little adjustments that coaches make. The X's and O's in the course of a series. Hossa throws it on goal. Czechmanek makes the save and another quick whistle. As you could see that the puck had fallen loose. But once the referee loses sight, he's going to blow the whistle.
Well, Jack, going back to game 1, a lot of talk was made about the way that the Ottawa Senators played in the neutral zone. You take a look here. 3 forwards, they're so key in a neutral zone trap. Dan McGillis is coming up the ice. What the Ottawa Senators want to do is flush him over to the boards. Don't give him an opportunity to come back the other way. Ottawa does a great job. That's where you want to turn over the puck in a neutral zone. But look at all the open ice this other way for Dan McGillis. When you get in a situation in neutral zone trap, you want to change the flow and be a lot more deliberate and not go into traffic.
Philadelphia has attempted to switch things side to side a little bit tonight, and it's been picking up speed in the neutral zone.
And it's frustrating to play again.
And Ottawa can play it as well as anybody.
Almost like the prevent defense when you're 10 points up. Some of those guys today were drafted. I'm sure will get introduced to that in the National Football League. But the Ottawa Senators play it regardless if it's 0-0 in the first period or a 1-0 lead for them.
Yep, it requires great patience, not only from them, but from their fans. Here's a turnover at the line. Murray off to McGillis, throws it down the slot, but there is Knighty chipping it out. Murray backhands it off the high glass. It dies behind Laline. Decision. Knighty gets it past Murray up the boards. Havlat waits for the puck. Now hard around. Ottawa wants a line change. Fedotenko. Trouble from Havlat. Gets a true ball stick check. Murray backhands it off the glass and down the left wing. Redden in a race. Gets there first against Primo. Both teams get fresh legs on the ice. A good run of consecutive play here. Neal wheels, fires it in behind Czechmanek. Janssen on the ribbon. Roenick starts the charge. Gagne lets it run through. Ottawa takes it back. Chara. Too hard for Yolonen to handle. Chara goes cross ice this time. Redden on a hop right into the crease. Weird bounce as it hit one of the stanchions. Now Roenick in the middle of his own zone gets it right side to Williams.
Most goaltenders, I'm sorry, Jack, most goaltenders will go out and stop that puck there, but Czechmanek, knowing this building so well, crazy bounce in front. If he leaves it, there's a wide open net for the Senators.
Roenick's going to get a slashing call here as he and Chara had a tete-a-tete, and Roenick got the last shot right in front of the referee. So it'll be an Ottawa power play when we return to first 2 minutes slash.
Alabama is the 29th largest state in the country and is located in the southern region. It is surrounded by Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, and Mississippi. Cheaha Mountain in northern Alabama is the highest point. It's more than 2,400 feet above sea level and is located in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Further south is a series of long, narrow valleys lying between sharp mountain ridges. Waterfalls, wildflowers, and woods turn these ridges into a vista of uncompromising beauty. Continuing Moving to the central part of the state, the land gradually gets flatter. This area is known as the Black Belt for its fertile black soil and is home to much of the state's agricultural activity. Several major rivers, including the Alabama and Tombigbee, flow through the state into Mobile Bay. Alabama, a unique part of the American landscape.
Jeremy Roenick plays with a lot of heart, perhaps a little more heart than head in this last sequence as he slashed Zdeno Chara. These Ottawa Sens would love to win wearing the road jerseys. It's been quite a while. I mean, quite a while. They have lost 13 straight road playoff games. There's only been one longer streak in history. The Keckering shot blocked in front for Jardin, giving up his body and also getting a chunk of the puck with his stick. As you look at the special teams, alongside Eddie Olczyk and with our ESPN crew, I'm Jack Edwards. Glad you could join us for the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Game 2 in Philadelphia. It comes in on Czechmanek and he covers up on White's rush. About a minute and a half to go in the Ottawa power play. The only longer streak than Ottawa's 13 straight road playoff losses in NHL history was the New York Rangers from 1958 to 1971. They lost 17 straight on the road.
And the Ottawa Senators really feel get one here. They felt they deserved better in game 1, but obviously they did not, trailing one game in a series. The Senators, outstanding coaching staff. Head coach Jacques Martin, assistant coach Perry Pern, Don Jackson, of course Roger Nielsen as well, the eye in the sky. If they can get one on the road, they're going to get 2. See if they can get one here tonight.
Redden, Alfredson. Havlat out of the corner. Bonk and Hossa also up front. Bonk and Hossa between the two of them had 66 regular season goals. Alfredson's shot saved, and the Flyers clear. 66 regular season goals between Hossa and Bonk, and in their careers between them, they have 1 playoff goal. It's time to put it up. Williams across his own zone. Janssen. The Flyers do a good job beating the clock here.
One thing to watch for here on the power play for Ottawa, Jack, is when the defenseman or Alfredson, the forward playing defense, shoots the puck. The forward's hard to see. You've got to stand right in front.
Alfredson's one-timer. A wicked drive from 60. He gets another chance. Fans on the wrist shot as he took his eye off the puck. Phillips throws it corner on the deflection. Right in front. Gurney unable to stick a fork in it. Phillips at the point. Tries to get away from Williams. Shot save, rebound again loose in front. Czechmanek takes away the bottom of the net. White digs for the puck, and we get a whistle with a flyer. Weinrich tumbling over Czechmanek and into the net. And the Dukes go up, and Weinrich gives a good sharp shot to Phillips right in the mud.
Oh, a couple big saves by Roman Czechmanek. I was talking about when the Ottawa Senators get the puck back to their point man. Alfredson's a forward playing back. There's nobody right in front of Czechmanek, and all goaltenders in the National Hockey League are going to stop the puck. You got to stand right in front of the net. And here's the action. Roman Czechmanek sprawled everywhere. Bodies flying, sticks coming in. Playoff hockey. Look at all the legs in front of the net, and Todd White just got a stick and tried to chip it over Czechmanek. Temper's flaring in front of the big goaltender for the Flyers. I think we're seeing a lot more of the Ottawa Senators be a lot more assertive in front of the net, going to the front of the net and paying a price.
Got a question for you. They got the biggest man in the league in Zdeno Chara. We've seen Darian Hatcher set up in front of the goal for the Dallas Stars just for the purpose of depriving the goaltender a good view of point shots and one-timers. You know, you're not going to do any better than Chara, even though he's not a mobile player. Do you try something like that?
If you continue to struggle on a power play, but the only problem is I think Chara's too tall, because I think Czechmanek be able to look between his legs.
When he's standing up straight. Here he is, Chara. Wristed in front of the save, Czechmanek. He is a giant. He's 6'9". When you go to the morning skate and you look at this guy, he just towers over everyone, and this is a league of big men. Richardson off the glass. It drops straight down for the Sens. Arvidsson cycles down low with Fisher, but they give it away. Here's McGillis, deliberately out of his zone. Oates holds the puck. Some players succeed by speeding up and going faster than the flow. Oates seems to do it by going slower than the flow. And here, Ottawa has drawn a penalty.
It'll be on Magnus Arvidsson, right in the neutral zone.
He joins Phillips in the box.
Ottawa penalty number 2, Magnus Arvidsson, 2 minutes for holding the stick. Time 13 minutes, 33 seconds. Number 20, Magnus Arvidsson, Ottawa, 2 minutes holding the stick.
They talked about how well the Ottawa Senators did in neutral zone, coming back all the way there. Mark Recchi gets a step on Arvidsson, grabbed the stick. Recchi went to the ice, and Arvidsson's going to the box. So heads-up play there by the veteran, Mark Recchi. The Flyers go back on the power play.
Holding the stick, the infraction. Philly on the power play. Jansson's shot saved by Lalime. Out in the split, making the glove stop with 6.5 to go in the first period.
Well, a lot of times when you win a faceoff on the power play is you want to try to set it up, but the Flyers getting great help there by Roenick. Jansson just shoots the puck right away. When you win the faceoff, you want to set it up, get your players at the front of the net, but the Flyers have this attitude, just throwing it right to the net. And look at Roenick, almost got a stick on that. That was a good save there by Patrick Lalime. He got one of the best faceoff men ever to play in the National Hockey League, taking this draw for the Flyers and Adam Oates.
Against Yolonen, and Oates wins it. Jansson down the boards, Roenick. In the corner, there's Oates. Roenick comes back to Jansson. Throws it in front, saved by Lalime. And again, he got a clean view of it as the Flyers didn't form an obstruction soon enough. The Flyers at one point had a heck of a power play. Those days seem long gone now. They have dropped like a rock. As we said earlier, ranked 28th in the league this year.
I think it all has to do with not having that quarterback back on the power play to really set everything up on the blue line.
Desjardins holds top of the circle against Jody Hull. Salo sends it around the boards and all the way down into Czechmanek's hand. Jansson and Desjardins with Roenick, Gagne, and Adam Oates up front. Another turnover, Fisher chips it back to the line. Jansson.
Flyers having a real tough time of coming across. They're going to have to dump the puck in. The Ottawas has 4 players back. If you try to carry it through, there's going to be turnovers.
Jansson knocks it down at the line. Oates on the half wall. Gagne's in the slot. Oates holds. Roenick across the middle. It comes off Lecision's skate to the backboards. Salo turns and fires, and it goes all the way down into Czechmanek's end again. Less than a minute to go on the power play for Philadelphia. Jansson deliberately out. Recchi dumps into the right wing corner. Lalime wants to keep it going. He's in a little trouble back there. Chara tries to nudge it past Recchi. Recchi keeps it alive in the backboards. Chara can't nudge it to Yolonen as Leclerc interferes with that. And it comes out to the neutral zone. McGillis controlling, now in his own end.
Nice little play there by Yolonen to get the puck into the neutral zone. Little quick poke check. Very important to keep his stick on the ice while short-handed.
Leclerc wins the physical battle against Chara, banging him away from the puck. Recchi kicks it to Leclerc on the ribbon. Chara snaps it around off the glass. McGillis whacks it back the other way. It runs all the way to Recchi. Terrien. First timer goes wide. McGillis getting off the big bomb. Terrien It deflects through the middle. We're back to 5-on-5. Arvidsson is out of the box. Recchi sends it corner. Leclerc stumbles a bit. Primo throws a good shoulder into Yolonen, but that leaves the puck for Red. Wing to wing. Jody Hull. McGillis ties him up in front of the Ottawa bench. The Flyers want fresh legs on the ice. Salo gets across the red line and rifles it hard around. Fedotenko on the far side. McDecker runs through him. Richardson tries to start it out. Flips it up through the neutral zone. Decision racing back after the puck with Fedotenko on his tail.
That was a real good penalty kill for the Ottawa Senators. Really did not give the Flyers any opportunity. Only on that face-off win by Adam Oates.
It bounces along the blue line, comes out and goes back in for the offside. 0-0. Both teams have had their chances, but nobody has one yet.
Some people believe that smokeless tobacco fires them up. They think it makes them more alert and enhances their physical performance. Well, you do get a temporary fix from the nicotine, but when withdrawal symptoms return, it's hard to concentrate. And while nicotine does give you an initial rush by increasing your heart rate and blood pressure, smokeless tobacco can actually decrease your stamina over time. In your line of work, that could be especially dangerous.
Family members in Europe now have the opportunity to have worldwide dental insurance coverage through the TRICARE dental plan. If you have family members who might require care in an area not serviced by one of our dental clinics, or require services that are not offered in your area, please contact your local clinic for more information about the TRICARE dental plan.
Uncle Sam wants you to sponsor 14 to 23-year-olds in competing for the Congressional Award. Young adults set goals in areas such as personal development and physical fitness. For more details, call DSN 496-7948.
Daniel Alfredsson has had a couple of big shots, but has not been able to beat Roman Cechmanek. Cechmanek had his first career playoff shutout in Game 1. He's 3.5 minutes away from taking a goose egg into the room in Game 2. Brunet off the linesman, and it comes out of play. Well, well, well. What a first round we have had in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it continues tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Yes, it is correct. That is not a typo. Carolina leads the Devils 2-0. That one is on ESPN. Then ESPN2 has 2 for you tomorrow night, 7 Eastern and 10 Eastern. The Blackhawks and Blues 1 apiece, and Vancouver leads the Red Wings 2-0 as the series shifts west. Here, Ottawa's trying to get a split. White can't get off the forehand shot. Johnson bangs him on the backboards. Roenick pries the puck loose. Weinrich chases onto it. Backhands it up to his own line. Williams runs into a check. Alfredsson turns it back. Phillips is driving a save by Cechmanek. Ottawa is much more eager to let it go and put it on Cechmanek tonight than it was in Game 1. Gagne with Williams. Roenick down into the corner, but Alfredsson blocks it. Stick handles around Gagne and comes back into the neutral zone. He'll dump in, and Ottawa will get fresh legs out there.
Yeah, one thing really noticing with Ottawa is they're making some really quick changes. They seem to have the jump on the changes against the Flyers, even with the Flyers having the last change. Very important to stay fresh out there and change before you get dead tired.
Oates to Therrien. He gains the zone, but has to dump it in as he gets pasted on Chara's check. Lalime will cover up and get the draw with about 2.5 minutes to go. In a pretty well-played first period. Shots are 11-7 for the Senators.
Talk about the ends of periods being so important, Jack. The blue lines become key. Last night in overtime, Gianta of the New Jersey Devils did not get the puck out in a neutral zone. It was kept in by Carolina, and Bates Battaglia put it in to win in overtime. So it's key. The blue lines are always important, but especially at the end of the period, the ice gets a little rough. Sometimes you get a little fatigue after having a high emotional first period.
Therrien snaps one off stick, save by Lalime. Officially not a shot on goal. It did not go up on the board because it was going to go wide in the judgment of the official score. Chara fans as he tries to club it down. Here's Recchi with a break right side. Redden in good position defensively. Across the middle for Oates, but he's tied up by Arvidsson's back check. Chara in front of his own goal. Redden, nice pass to Havlat. Havlat changed the zone, but he's going 1-on-4. Terrian piles him into the boards, and Leclerc finishes him off, but Havlat kicks the puck to the opposite corner. Desjardins can't get it out of his zone right in front. And we're going to get a penalty call against Philadelphia here. Recchi, a little extracurricular activity behind the play, and Havlat going in low created some havoc even though he was outnumbered.
Well, we talked about the quick changes of the Ottawa Senators. The Flyers stayed on a little bit, and Mark Recchi was one of those players in the right corner in their own zone. Up ends Mike Fisher. The Ottawa Senators doing a good job on their penalty killing opportunities. 2 for 2. Now get a chance on their power play. Their second of the game, and Mark Recchi, it's a hooking call, so the 1:41 left to go in the first period. A huge opportunity for the Senators to get on the board in the series. Being shut out in game 1, losing in overtime 1-0. Power play opportunity.
White has had a pretty good game so far. Turns Flyers, but Janssen blocks it down. Chara is down low. Alfredsson out top. Across to Redden, and Chara's setting up on the doorstep. What do you know? Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. McDecker, White, wheels, save Czechmanek, and he clamps down on the puck with Chara taking 2 men. It looks like tag team wrestling down there.
Well, if that's the case, I want Chara on my side.
Oh, yeah. He's 2 all by himself.
We take a look right in front of Roman Czechmanek. Zdeno Chara. He's familiar with being in front of a goaltender, but they're not the other teams. And on the power play, Jacques Martin trying to change it up. And you're right, you get a big man like Chara in front of the net. But here's what Czechmanek's got to look around. 6'9", Zdeno Chara. And he's got good hands for a big man. He's a good passer. He's really, when he gets in those situations of playing, especially 4-on-4, he can surprise a lot of people. When he gets body position on you, you have no chance of getting him.
Well, Chara, hand pass ruled against the Senators, so the drop will come back outside the zone. Chara was a key to the Yashin deal coming over from the Islanders. 6'9", 250. And every bit of that.
It's more like 6'9", 2012, really. And that's big.
Three scoring chances for the Sens. Alfredsson had a blistering drive from the point. This dump in goes up over the high glass, about 12 rows high. John Buccigross is in the studio for Sports Center in-game. Coming your way just 1 minute and 12 seconds of playing time from now. The Leafs are up 2-0, so are the Avs, but they have both had to fight pretty hard for those advantages. Coyotes and Blues come back to even it up. So much going on. More draft news as well, as John is in the studio with you tonight between periods. This is the only game taking place in this time slot right now. There were 4 games on regional coverage of ABC this afternoon. We hope you caught some of that. There's some terrific action. Another shootout in Colorado as the Avs went up 2-0 on the Kings. Desjardins whips it around as we're now in the final minute of play in the first period. Ranheim tries to go through the legs to Murray. Gets it to him. Murray shot save. Lalime bonk right in front of the back check to kick it out of danger.
Oh, great job there by Ranheim and Murray. Fresh guys, fourth line players doing a great job on the penalty kill. Key, there's their quickness and their speed.
Bonk. Havlat, the drive, save, rebound, Bonk. Had the open side, tries the wraparound, can't get it in. Here's Bonk in the circle, shot, save, rebound, loose in front. Alfredsson racing for it. All the way to the backboards. Still 10 seconds to go, plenty of time.
Czechmanek doesn't have a stick. He made that last save without a stick.
Phillips with 4 seconds to go at the red line. Some tense moments for the Flyers, but they get off the hook, and they'll still have 19 seconds to kill on the penalty in the second period. Czechmonic makes 15 stops and the lead makes 8. John Butchergrass will be with you in the studio after this break, and we'll see you for the second period. Sens and Flyers 0-0.
Remember, if it's really love, telling someone no won't break their heart.
This is your esophagus. This is your ballpoint pen. This is the 9th time. Now, it's not the injury, it's the cumulative effect. Shh. What are you doing?
Homelessness is not just a people problem. It's also an animal problem.
For each day, our wildlife creatures have fewer places to live. There's a group working to solve the problem. It's called Ducks Unlimited.
Few groups do more to help our wildlife than Ducks Unlimited. So won't you please call 1-800-45-DUCKS to see how you can make a difference?
Freedom to think for yourself.
To disagree with the government.
Freedom to be equal.
To be different.
Freedom to raise a family.
To marry the man I love.
The freedom to worship the God of my choice.
To live with dignity.
The freedom to be me.
To be whatever I want to be.
Defending freedom for over 200 years.
Because 75% of all crashes happen within 25 miles of home, use your safety belt and your child and infant safety seats on every trip you take.
Welcome to Sports Center in-game.
After 20 minutes, just like the first game, no score between the Sens and the Flyers in Philly. Hello, Jim Butchergrass with you. The other 4 playoff games played this afternoon on ABC television, and we began with the Islanders and Toronto. Toronto winning Game 1. Here's Game 2. Maple Leafs looking for an early lead in the first, but Chris Osgood, nice save there. Michael Renberg shut down. Scoreless in the first, down to the second. Pekka on Cujo. The free agent to be makes the save. Now look at Ty Domi. Perfect pass to the captain, Matt Sundin. Watch it again. Osgood almost makes the great glove save right there, but it somehow squirts in and put in on the rebound by Alan McCauley. So the Leafs, who add an empty netter from Thomas Caberlet, win it 2-0. Sundin assisted on both goals, 16 points in 8 games going back to last season and the playoffs. He is a playoff performer. Blackhawks Blues. Hawks won Game 1. Chicken Parm, Corey Stillman, Doug Waite. Watch it again. Waite in front. Just squibs it through. Jocelyn Thibault, 1-0 St. Louis. In the third, Lau Odeline. Brent Johnson, big save. Watch it again. Johnson had 26 in all. Got the bottom of the glove on that one. Still 1-0. Keith Tkachuk, save, Thibault. Mellanby, save, Thibault. Mellanby, score. Brent Johnson, first career playoff shutout in his 4th career game. First by a blue goaltender since Grant Fuhr in '99. Ray Ferraro, 7 points in his last 7 games going back to the regular season. He had the helper on the power play that made it 1-0. Kings Avs, 3-2 Kings. Peter Forsberg score. Forsberg ties the game at 3. Later second, Joey Sakic. Watch this. Aerial pass. I mean, like a 4-foot aerial pass that Steven Reinprecht knocks down. And between the legs of Felix Potvin. Third period, Chris Drury, great minds think alike. Lets the puck go, opens up. He knows he's going to get it. And the hockey god slaps it by Potvin to make it 5-3. Sakic and Forsberg, 3 points each. Kings are winless in their last 7 games on the road going back to the regular season. Potvin has lost 4 straight. Deadmarsh and Palpy, 2 points each for the Kings. Dogs and Sharks, those clever land sharks. And again, looking to make it 2 games to love. However, Sean Burke, a big save there on Todd Harvey Danger on the backhand. No score. Early second. Nabokov save. Doan. Langkow. 1-0 Phoenix. Watch it again. Damon Langkow led Phoenix in scoring during the regular season. The backhand goal. Of course, he played with the Flyers last year. Third period. Phoenix by 1. Look at Daniel Briere. Sean Burke, 27 saves on 28 shots. Just his 3rd playoff win since he went 9-8 for the Devils as a rookie in '93. He's 3-11 his last 14 playoff decisions. Sharks are 3-14 in afternoon playoff games all time. Of course, it's a noon start out there on the West Coast. All kinds of puck on ESPN and ESPN2 on Sunday. ESPN has the Hurricane double game at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Then doubleheader on ESPN2. Game 3, Blues, Blackhawks, no rest. Series tied 1-1. And can the Red Wings make it a series in Vancouver? Game 2, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, also on ESPN2. NHL tonight after the Red Wings and Canucks with Pat Verbeek and Raymond Bourque. That is David Carr. We all know where he went in the NFL draft, but where the other guys go. Yeah, the NBA playoffs began today. They have the best 3 out of 5, so these game ones are really important.
Perhaps the best-kept secret of our 21st president's administration was the fact that Chester Arthur had a terminal disease of the liver, known as Bright's disease. He knew it when he came into office after the assassination of James Garfield. What he didn't know was whether he would be able to complete his own term. But he felt that if the secret of his illness leaked out, it would create more turmoil and hinder his ability to govern. And so, to prevent suspicions, he went about his duties with a tireless, energetic flair. He had the White House completely renovated in Art Nouveau style and filled it with frivolity and laughter, knowing full well that the more active he was, the greater his chances of further suffering from the disease. But history shows that he lived out his term and died in 1886, a year and a half after his administration ended. Chester Arthur, the president, the man.
Dragoon was the code name for the Allied invasion of southern France on August 15, 1944. This southern invasion had been planned as a backup for the D-Day landings. The idea was to open a second front within France that would disrupt German efforts to keep the Normandy landings bottled up. As events unfolded, the Allied forces in Normandy were able to break out just as Dragoon kicked off. The German 19th Army resisted the southern landings until the 28th of August, when they began a general retreat up the Rhone River Valley and back to southern Germany. The Dragoon forces pursued, linking up with the Allied armies driving from Normandy. This newly created front stretched from Switzerland to the North Sea, a front so large the battered Germans couldn't hope to hold or contain it.
The creation of a second front, Operation Dragoon, another successful strategy employed by America's fighting forces.
Welcome back to SportsCenter in-game.
NFL draft, we all know that David Carr was going to be chosen by the Houston Texans, and indeed he was. Julius Peppers. We also knew he was going to be taken number 2 by Carolina, and he was. Here was a bit of a shocker. Joey Harrington taken by the Lions, who are opening up a new stadium this year. Joey Harrington, the quarterback, taking 3rd. There are your picks 4 through 10 of today's NFL draft. The draft concludes tomorrow in New York. NBA playoffs began today. Well, the NHL playoffs, both 8 seeds have won all 3 games against number 1 seed, 2 by the Canucks and 1 by the Canadiens. Well, here's the 8-seeded Pacers, Reggie Miller, against the number 1 seeded Nets. Last chance for the Nets. They're down by 4. Jason Kidd, no, and man, how about this? Isaiah Thomas and the Pacers win game 1. Don't forget, just the best of 5. First round NBA. Jazz Kings, late 4th, Kings by 1. Peja Stojakovic. From the suburbs, squish. Kings by 4. Last chance, John Stockton has hit some big 3-pointers. That one was just a bit short. Go in! Sports Center, John Anderson, Reese C. Davis. Wild and wacky NFL draft. Stunning NBA highlights. And can Bonds catch Berkman? Yeah, Barry Bonds does not lead the league in home runs. The Spurs beat the Sonics, by the way, also game 1 of the NBA playoffs just moments ago. Sports Center, 11 o'clock Eastern. Our puck game has no goals after 20 minutes, but a good high-paced, high-energized first period. More in the second next.
You're her biggest hero. She's your smallest fan. Show her how much you care. All it takes is a smile and a little time.
Come on, sailor. Let's go downstairs and get some ice cream.
April is the month of the military child, celebrating a lifetime of love.
In May of 1972, terrorism struck at the heart of U.S. Army Europe. We quickly understood that our adversaries were not just large militaries with opposing political views. Although the Cold War is over, the terrorist threat remains.
It was right here on Campbell Barracks in Heidelberg where almost 30 years ago, terrorists planted a bomb killing 3 U.S. soldiers. You don't need to live in fear. Just be aware of your surroundings, vary your routine, and report any kind of suspicious activity. But I'm only one set of eyes. I need your help too. Please stay alert.
In the early 1800s, mounted dragoons were used as shock troops by the French. They combined both speed and power. Up until the 1860s, dragoons were also used in the U.S. military. Today, the spirit of the dragoon lives on in many of our specialized units, highly mobile forces with great power. The Marines' 2nd LAI Battalion has even adopted the nickname Dragoons. The Dragoon, part of our American military heritage.
Who's sitting next to me right now eating M&Ms, will join me for NHL Tonight. Tonight, 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific. Pat, 522 career goals. We'll talk about Alexei Yashin, what he needs to do to improve against the Islanders. We'll also talk about the Sharks going for a 2-0 lead. All that and more on the Emmy-nominated NHL Tonight with the future Hall of Famer Pat Verbeek. Boy, Daniel Alverson did all of that one. But Roman Cechmanek with the save. No score after 20.
I'll see your 5 and raise you 5 more.
Call that, and I raise you 20.
Hold it right there! Them there coupons is expired.
Now hold on, boys. Coupons are still good overseas for an extra 6 months past their printed expiration date.
Oh, sorry.
By shopping with a fistful of coupons.
Freedom will wait, boys.
You can save big on your grocery bill every time.
Your child is a reflection of your soul, a free spirit with no limitations. But tensions within the family can damage her confidence, affecting her future. Fortunately, Family Advocacy offers programs that can help diffuse family conflicts before they escalate or lead to violence. They can teach you how to resolve family problems, so you can spend your time on more important things, like enjoying your family.
www.navier.navy.mil. Whether you're new to life in the Navy or about to retire, on duty or enjoying liberty, you'll find information that applies to you and your life on the U.S. Naval Forces Europe website. Log on and get the facts on bases and installations, ports of call, employment, education, Navy news, and more. www.navier.navy.mil, bringing pertinent information to sailors, Marines, and their families. USO Paris meets all your tourism needs while visiting the City of Lights. Our friendly bilingual staff can help you with all of your travel plans. We now offer hotel reservations online. To book a room or to get more details on Paris, simply log on to our website.
The USERA Blood Donor Center sponsors blood drives. Check with your health clinic for more information. If you'd like to sponsor a blood drive, call 486-7107.
ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs is brought to you by Quaker State. For the performance you want, Quaker State. Stay tuned. By Dodge, the official road team of the NHL. Grab life by the horns, Dodge. And by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the National Hockey League.
Home of the Liberty Bell and the Flyers. Philadelphia is also host to Game 2 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. The Senators and Flyers 0-0 after the first 20 minutes. Don't be deceived by the score. Game 1 had a 0-0 score coming out of the first period after a very stagnant and rather strange period of hockey. This was good entertainment. 23 shots on goal.
Well, I think, Jack, really with both teams. First with the Philadelphia Flyers, they had good support in the neutral zone, really where they had a tough time in Game 1. And for the Ottawa Senators, they showed a lot of grit and determination to go to the front of the net and try to pick up some rebounds. They're trying to get their confidence and score one goal on Czechmanic. They feel if they score one, they'll get 2, 3, and 4, and so on.
Wearing the road red, Ottawa begins the second period on a brief power play, only about 10 seconds left in it as the white-clad Flyers clear it down the ice. Recchi is on his feet in the penalty box, and he's out of the gate. We're back to 5-on-5. There's Recchi kneeing it down, volleying it across. Salo chips it down behind Czechmanic. Desjardins sends it around the boards. Brunet pitches in, throws it back to Czechmanic. Alfredson jousts with Desjardins. Murray throws it around. Recchi picks up speed, goes right past Chara. Mark Recchi, Chara with the gigantic reach sweeps it away. Well, that's the beauty of being Zdeno Chara. When you got that kind of reach and a man beats you with speed, you just use the reach. Oates stick handles around the back of the goal. It's like he's got 3 shots at you.
That's not really fair, is it?
He's got to be using the longest stick in the league, and it still looks short on him. McGillis chips it off the glass. Williams, this is what the Flyers want to do. Pick up speed through the neutral zone. Just chip it past the defenseman, make them turn around and face the puck while their forwards also race onto it.
And the way to do that is use the boards. Bounce the puck off the boards and anticipate where it's going.
Gagne doesn't have the pass, so he takes the shot from 60. Good idea, and forces Lalime to make a save.
Well, something the Flyers wanted to do a little bit better was use their speed down the boards, and that's what Recchi does. He gets in behind Chara. He thinks he's got an opportunity, and that long reach of Zdeno Chara. Uses it to his advantage, and Recchi doing a little of the house cleaning there on his shield.
Recchi's giving away 11 inches in that mismatch. And Recky's not really a small man. He goes 5'10". Chara is 6'9". Back of his own goal. Salo sends it around the boards. Havlat into the middle of his own zone. Phillips up the bunk. Arvidsson going into the right wing corner. Chepmonic steers the puck away from him. Roenick goes cross ice. Pass a little bit behind. Gagne makes a nice recovery, but Salo slaps the puck down at the line. Weinrich chips it in around behind Lalime. Salo moves it to Havlat. Bonk. Hits Weinrich. Gets the puck free to Havlat. Gains the zone. Weinrich takes it away. Tosses it back to the Ottawa line. Crisp puck movement. 90 across to Lecision. Scoops it into the Philadelphia end. Janssen back to the center circle. Roenick. 90 right in his face. And that flies the puck loose. Lecision circles his goal. Brashear hammers Lecision head first into the board.
Oh, Brashear should be real fresh. He only had 2 minutes and 11 seconds of ice time in that first period. He can play with the top guys in the offensive role or be in a third-line situation as he is right now with Fedotenko and Primo.
90's pass doesn't connect. Desjardins on the touch. It's an icing call. Fedotenko squares off with Dan Neal. The Bud Light Stanley Cup summary. What a first few days of the playoffs it has been. 8th seed Vancouver leads the best team in the league, Detroit, 2-0 with the series shifting west tomorrow, and you can see that on ESPN2 tomorrow night. Number 3 Carolina leads New Jersey. It's the franchise's first 2-0 series lead since it was the stinking Whales. And what comebacks. Forsberg, remarkable. Koivu, miraculous.
Well, Peter Forsberg coming back and making a huge impact, taking away some of the pressure from Joe Sakic up the middle, and giving an opportunity for Chris Drury to move over and play the wing. A big goal today. Also, Saku Koivu. Forget about the game of hockey, but the game of life is showing great desire. Setting a great example not only for the players in the National Hockey League, but other players, people as well.
You gotta love it. Even if you're a Bruins fan. Terrier runs into Neal's check. Throws it all the way in behind Lalime. 90 goes down under Brashear's physical pressure. Primo back to Brashear. Back to Primo. Cycling behind the goal. Sends it in front. Fedotenko got hit so hard on the stick that the shaft just snapped in two. Desjardins. Recchi in traffic. Lecision intercepts. Recchi gets it right back. He is a tiger. Desjardins shot deflects and a save by Lalime in traffic. Neal misses the slap clear on Primo's check. Recchi cycling down low against 90. They go back to the goal. Brashear setting up. Good shift for the Primo Recchi Brashear line. A mix and match set from Bill Barber, who got his team's attention when he was changing up lines late in the third period and in overtime of game one.
Well, I think Donald Brashear certainly will warrant some more ice time after that outstanding shift. What did he do? He came out and he played physical. He got to the front of the net, and on one opportunity, he went to the front. I don't know if he got a piece of that or not off the shot from Desjardins at the point. Donald Brashear, a prototype player that can play with top players, be on the third line, big in size, got good hands for a big man, of course, can drop the gloves. You get in a playoff series, you're going to need a man like this. And when you play physical in a series, Jack, it's not necessarily the second period of game two. You want to wear the other team down. So when you have a guy like Brashear coming in on you, the paybacks may not be immediate, maybe long-term once you get to game 5 and game 6 and game 7. That's where it really pays dividends.
Well, Flyers fans know that from their history because they really made their mark in the NHL by forcing Bobby Orr to pick every puck out of the corner against that great Bruins team and punishing him in a long series. And it did pay off in the long run. Richardson nearly gets it through Lalime, and the Sens scoop it off the line. I'm pretty sure it was Salo taking the puck right off the line.
Redden was there as well. I think it was Mark Recchi that got that opportunity and definitely saved the goal for the Ottawa Senators.
It was Redden. It was Redden that made the save. Chara at the other end throws it off of Oates' legs. Recchi turns it back. Oates. Redden breaks him up.
Again, that happened off a face-off win by Adam Oates. So important. Not a lot of times you get a direct shot, but you create offense, and that's exactly what happened on the face-off win by Adam Oates.
Bosa flips it in. Ottawa changes on the fly. Johnson into the center circle. Gagne picking up speed. Ronick. Gagne goes to the net. Ronick shot. Save. Rebound. Justin Williams tries to steer it back, but here comes Alfredson in the counterattack. It's 4-on-3 for Ottawa. Alfredson drops it off. Snapshot goes up over the top. Phillips chases it back. Brunet was denied on the opportunity set up by Alfredson, but here comes Brunet again. Looks up, has to dump it off the backboards. Gagne back there first. Alfredson on the forecheck. Kicks it loose. White goes corner against Johnson. They stack up there. Alfredson pulls the puck out of their feet. Gagne tries to throw the shoulder. He goes down. Weinrich gets hit by Brunet and loses the puck. Here's Alfredson doing great work along the wall. Gagne disrupts him. Weinrich turns the goal. Long backhands it into Weinrich's pads. Ronick with Williams in the weave behind him. Gains the zone, holds, throws it toward the middle. Lalime makes the save as Williams couldn't quite reach out for it. And double dukes go up as Bonk and Knighty sandwich the pesky Williams.
Well, a close call for the Philadelphia Flyers, trying to take a 1-0 lead, but off the faceoff. How important are they? Adam Oates gets the puck back to the point. McGillis walks to the middle. Luke Richardson with a nice little wrist shot, not a big slapper, but look at the people going in front of the net. On the left side, Recchi gets a stick on it, and look at the long reach of Wade Redden. Here we'll get a great look. Not sure if that was going to miss the net or not, but very close as we take a look at our Southwest goal cam. Doesn't get any closer than that. Redden right where you're supposed to be, stick on the ice. Still no score between the Sens and the Flyers.
Redden's about sick of losing. He's lost 11 straight playoff games in which he has suited up. The only man with a longer such streak is Mike Sullinger now of the Columbus Blue Jackets, who has been a part of 13 straight losing efforts. Some of them, incidentally, with Ottawa. Desjardins' drive never gets through. He gets another chance. Tees it up. Slides it into the corner. Primo across the middle. Nobody could get the stick on the puck. Havlat breaks it back. Steps around the check. Fires cross ice. Arvidsson bumps it down into the corner. Desjardins fires off the glass. Deflects down to the line. Brashear turns it forward. Here comes Primo. He's got Fedotenko middle. Primo shot from a bad angle. Lalime holds the post. And Knighty takes the pressure off. No icing here. Philadelphia playing with tremendous jump. Something it lacked in the first two periods of game one. Here's Primo charging up the wing again against Chara. Turns the corner. Chara gets a piece of him on the way through. Fedotenko and Havlat jam on the boards. Primo. Redden gets a piece of him. It comes past the line. Richardson can't keep it in. Fisher quickly to McEachern. McEachern gains the zone. Richardson plays the man, and McGillis takes the puck. Perfect combination defense, and they take the referee down as well, and the crowd loves that.
Doesn't get any better than that. One-on-one hockey. Don't worry about the puck. Just play the man.
Quick shot from the bad angle. Fisher getting it on Checkmonic, but he makes another stop. Shots are 16-15. Senators over the Flyers in a fast-paced game. Still 0-0.
Can't you do anything right?
I didn't ask for your opinion.
When it comes to our children, words can be damaging, painful, and can leave a child feeling worthless. It's up to you to create a happy home, free of verbal, emotional, and physical abuse. Think before you speak.
You were very sweet to do that.
That was a great idea.
Thank you.
This is Chaplain Dave Detmeyer, hoping God's grace changes everything in your life today.
From the European Broadcast Center to you, you can receive Touch of Grace at your home or office email account. Subscribe at the AFN Europe website. Click on the AFN Chaplain button, then select A Touch of Grace. There's your link for a daily dose of inspiration.
Hey, what's quick, convenient, and open 24 hours?
That's an easy one. It's your APHA's 24-hour shopette. Stop by any of these locations whenever you get a craving for a late-night snack, a cold drink, or that video you've wanted to see. They're open all day and all night. You'll find all those convenience store and snack food items you need for around the home or in the barracks. It's quick, convenient, and open 24 hours. It's just around the corner. Your APHA's 24-hour shopette.
Roman Cechmanek has seen 50 shots in 1.5 games. He has stopped them all. Bonk wins the draw from Oates. Hosa's shot knocked down in front. McGillis on the block. Oates goes left wing. Leclerc. Salo the defender. Leclerc muscles around, throws it in front across the crease. Lalime stacks the pads. Oates can't jam it in the far post with Phillips checking him. Good end-to-end stuff here.
Well, after a face-off win by the Ottawa Senators, the Flyers went the other way. Good speed to the outside by John Leclerc. Gets a step on Sammy Salo, throws it in front of the net. Look at Oates going to the front, and Lalime covers up. But look at all 5 Ottawa Senators down low helping out their goaltender, Patrick Lalime. When you make that wraparound like that, you throw the puck to the side. As one of the wingers or centermen playing with John Leclerc, you got to have your stick down and know that that puck's coming all the way across. There's no need in between the passer and the receiver.
Recchi bounces one wide, stick side. Leclerc. White. McGillis keeps it in the zone. Recchi around to the backboards. White moves it the other way. Redden can't get it past Recchi, who's had a terrific game so far tonight. Chara up the wall. Richardson knocks it down with his forehand next to the wall. Oates spins around. We're going to get a delayed call coming against Chara. .12:01 to go, second period. Let's hear from Rob Schick.
Philadelphia with an elbow. Ottawa with a slash. 2 minutes each.
Richardson goes as well. So matching minors, and we'll see 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes.
Well, big battle there around the blue line. Zdeno Chara coming up, trying to get the puck into the neutral zone. Luke Richardson being where he's supposed to be at that blue line.
7 minutes and 59 seconds.
Come together, 2 defensemen. Richardson pinches up and gets the arm right up in there. The shot right to the back by Chara. Rob Schick decides to call both of them. A little 4-on-4 action. A little bit more room for the players. Remember, 4-on-4. Forwards are responsible for the other team's defensemen. It's man-on-man.
Roenick wins the draw back to Gagne. Desjardins on the carom. First time shot, a save by Lalime. It was going wide, but he wanted to make sure. Therrien and Desjardins back at the blue line. Gagne and Roenick up front for Philadelphia. Arvidsson and Fisher are the forwards for Ottawa. And Salo and Phillips, the defenseman. Phillips in the corner, loses his stick. Momentary advantage for Philadelphia. Desjardins, it's in Roenick's skates. Phillips gets his stick back. Gagne has to kick it to the corner. The crowd wants a holding the stick call. 19,734 referees in the stands tonight. Another sellout in Philadelphia. Salo up to the neutral zone. Phillips dumps it into the right wing corner. Ottawa gets fresh legs on the ice.
A real good job down low by the Ottawa Senators defensemen Phillips and Salo. Man-on-man down low in the corner. That's the way you do it, 4-on-4.
Bonk is inside the line, so it's offside. The drop will come back to the neutral zone. The Angels and the A's. Sunday Night Baseball presented by Nextel. Come on, Eddie, play some air guitar. You got some Tom Petty going there. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN. Sunday Night Baseball this Sunday and every Sunday all season long.
Never played an instrument, Jack.
Well, you could have.
But the air guitar, sure.
Yeah. Just not while you're driving. Janssen gets it to Murray. He spins, gives it away. Hossa trying to capitalize on the turnover. Hossa walks in. Stick check. Weinrich. Now Weinrich is going to go. And for the second time today, we're going to see a 4-on-3. We saw a 4-on-3 in the Toronto Islanders game this afternoon. And we're going to see one for 51 seconds here.
Well, right before this play, Weinrich did a real good job defensively. He had a stick down on the ice, and referee Blaine Angus with the call. Real sloppy play here in the high slot area. People skating by the puck. Nobody can get a real handle on it. And here Hossa attacks. Look at the reach there by Weinrich. I don't know if they're calling it. He got his skate. Going to kick the skates out from under him. There, Weinrich was just kind of reaching. He's going to get 2 minutes for tripping. 4-on-3 here for 51 seconds for the Ottawa Senators.
Eddie, you had a long and successful career in the National Hockey League. How much time do teams spend working 4-on-3?
Not a whole heck of a lot. More 5-on-3 than anything else, but I expect to set up for the Ottawa Senators almost in a diamond shape. So if we took a leg from Roman Cechmanek, you'd have a man out high, you'd have a man out to the left, off to the right, and then you have somebody right in front of the net and looking for the shot from the middle or possibly off to the sides.
Also, Bonk and Alfredson out there along with the man with the puck, Redden. Alfredson, patience. Alfredson's drive, save. It's actually Salo and not Redden, so that's twice tonight I've confused the two of them. Bonk back to Alfredson. His drive scores! Ottawa hops on top. Alfredson's got a rocket, and he let it go there.
Well, the Senators finally break the ice. The captain, Daniel Alfredsson, good puck pursuit here by the Senators down low. Hossa, Bonk do a good job. Alfredsson does not want to set it up. He gets the puck. He's thinking one thing, and that's shoot the puck and blows it right by Roman Cechmanek. Well, people in front of the net. Keith Primo was out there. And as that shot was coming, Chris Therien skates right in front of Roman Cechmanek, coming over to try to block out one of the Ottawa Senators standing off to the side. The special team's so important, 1-0 lead for the Senators.
Therien nearly answers with the redirection in front. Salo nudges it up the boards. Recchi, cross ice. Therien feeds it through for Oates. He reaches out with a glove but can't control it. Therien is a man possessed right now, flying all over the ice. But here comes Fisher. Desjardins with a pretty poke check to take the puck away. Chara comes out of the box along with Richardson, so back to full strength. Deflection shot. It's behind Lalime, and he clamps down on it off of Recchi's leg, I believe.
Oh, what a save.
Action going end-to-end. Ottawa has struck for the first goal. How will the Flyers respond in Philadelphia?
If you have the desire to compete, if you've ever wanted to learn, or if you've just got to get out and play, then you've got what it takes to be on our team. MWR Fitness and Sports Programs. For one, for all.
The American landscape has been scoured out by glaciers, great sheets of ice that only 20,000 years ago covered much of what is now the United States. Over time, the glaciers have retreated as a warming Earth melted their ice. But their slow movement has helped sculpt the American landscape. In Montana's Glacier National Park, some alpine glaciers still exist. And at Glacier Bay National Park in Alaska, visitors can witness the slow and dramatic movement of a continental glacier to the sea. The Continental Glacier, a remnant of the Ice Age, gives a sense of the enormous scale and awesome power of these moving rivers of ice that have helped shape our world.
crowd has not given up on the Flyers, and the Flyers certainly haven't given up on themselves yet. They have played much better than they did in the first 2 periods of Game 1, yet they trail here against the Ottawa Senators. Johnson scoops it down into the corner. Redden scrapes it along the boards. Oates in a battle with Brunet. And Brunet wins the little battle along the wall. Stick check from Leclerc. Takes it away from Redden. Leclerc looking for something in front. Tries the other side. Leclerc still with it. It pops up on the skirt of the net. Leclerc gets it back. Alfredson all over him. Leclerc muscling away, showing great strength with the puck, but he couldn't find an option. And Redden dumps it down the ice. It bounces loose for Brunet. Brunet tries to slide it home, but it goes wide on the stick side. Weinrich was the defender on Brunet.
Oh, great effort there by Benoit Brunet.
Recchi at the other end from Gagne. Tipped, saved by Lalime. A beautiful stop. Oates was crashing the far post, and Lalime makes the adjustment of the game.
I mean, this is a bang-bang play here. The Flyers off. Gagne drops it back to Recchi. Look at the patience. He waits. Oates goes to the net, and on the backhand, Patrick Lalime moving left to his right, takes away the bottom of the net. But look at Recchi. He waits for Oates. It's perfect timing. What a great area pass, and that's just a great save. Especially on that backhand. Good hands by Adam Oates. Redirect that puck. It's so hard. It's easy to say, get that puck upstairs because Lalime was taking away the bottom of the net. But with somebody draped all over him, you just want to redirect it and get it on the net somehow. And Lalime made a big save.
Both goaltenders are being forced to work and work hard. Both have made excellent stops. If you're just joining us through the bottom of the hour alongside Eddie Olczyk and with our ESPN crew, I'm Jack Edwards. We got an end-to-end game going here. Philadelphia in white and Ottawa in red. Game 2 of the series that Philadelphia leads 1-0. The only goal just moments ago in a 4-on-3 situation as Captain Daniel Alfredson took advantage of a screen in front of Checkmont and fired a bullet past him. Williams bounces one in. Back of the goal for Shearer, who has come alive in the second period and has got more ice time. Williams in front from Ronick. Gets a rebound shot. Save. Knocked down. Still loose. Hossa with a big check to move Williams away. Right across the low slot. Nobody home.
Did he get a glove on that backhand attempt by Williams?
I think he did.
Oh, he was falling to his right. He just kind of led with his glove, and he just got a piece of that. And Brashear again on the ice stirring something up.
Terry all the way through and gets a shot on goal. Lalime makes the stop. Fedotenko back to the goal. Primo throws it on goal. Fedotenko for the tip, and Lalime makes another stop. The Flyers have taken the lead on the shot board, and the crowd rises here as they still look to get one across the line.
Well, Bill Barber, the head coach of the Philadelphia Flyers, just going with a couple different combinations. And sometimes you get out there with players that are on the shift before or after. But Patrick Lalime helping out. Ronick throws it off to the side. Williams with one opportunity. Hits the post. Look at it. Goes right between the skates of Mike Fisher. And on the backhand. Oh, he couldn't get it up. But what a save by Patrick Lalime. And Williams had the right idea. He was skating away. He saw Lalime going down and just couldn't get it up high enough. And the key there is that when Lalime was out, it kind of cut down the angle, so the elevation on the backhand couldn't get up.
Desjardins gets his weight into one, but misses the goal by 3 feet. Primo back to the goal. Slams into Redden. Wins the puck. Still on his feet. Primo. Sweep checked away by Char. Shot saved by Lalime. Fedotenko getting off the quick release. Arvidsson snaps the puck around the board. Arvidsson picks it up himself all the way back in his own end. Decision 90. Play finally settles down just a little bit here. It was racehorse for about 5 or 6 minutes there. Philly tries to increase the tempo again. Decision slips down. Brashear shot. Oh, deflector saved by Lalime. He got the blocker out there. Lalime is having one of the best games of his career. Can the Senators support it? This is his 6th career playoff start. They have scored just 4 goals for him in those 6 starts. They've lost all 5 previous games. Leclerc in the corner. Recchi going middle. Oates tries to pull it away from Arvidsson. Yolonen goes corner, but the Flyers keep the puck. LeClaire paddles stopped by Lalime. The Sens touch it, and Ottawa's going to send a man to the box. I think it's 90 for tripping at 13:42.
A little concern on the face of Jacques Martin. 34 trip. Blaine Angus gives the call to Shane Knighty. Watch this great little pass here by Adam Oates on the backhand. Leschyshyn blows a tire. Look at a little backhand pass of Donald Brashear, who has been the best flyer forward in this second period. Get an opportunity to play a little bit more, and Breton rewarded with a great opportunity there, so the Flyers get a chance on the power play. But the key is with a guy like Adam Oates and all the players that make big plays, Jack, is they look up before they get to the puck. They don't have their head down and then think about what they're going to do. Before they get to the puck, their head is up, their vision is wide. They see what they want to do, and that was a great save there by Lalime as Brashear picked up that great pass from Adam Oates.
Although the Flyers are not successful yet on the power play tonight, they have clearly taken momentum in this game despite being down by a goal. They're outshooting Ottawa 16-4 in the second period, and now they enjoy the power play. Salo rips it around the boards, and it comes all the way to Czechmanik-Sand. Ottawa's losing some of the hop out of its step, and the Flyers, who are a very big and very strong team, are starting to assert a physical edge. Primo sweeping in back of the goal, steers in front. Fisher takes it off his stick. He wants to rush up ice, slows down, and dumps it in. Ottawa will go for a fresh penalty-killing unit, changing all four skaters. On the off-wing, centering pass. Gagne coming in the offside. Jody Hull got a part of that.
Roenick trying to force something that really wasn't there. He had an opportunity to take the puck all the way in, settle it down, or even take an opportunity himself. There, a turnover by Adam Oates. A backhand pass, nobody there except the Ottawa Senators. Right now for the Philadelphia Flyers, they got to get that puck in and set it up. They haven't been able to set it up. Good job by Ottawa.
Third different set of penalty killers in the first minute and 15 of this penalty kill. Short shifts, efficient shifts so far with a man in the box for Ottawa.
And really, most teams in the National Hockey League, Jack, when you're shorthanded, you want to be able to roll over 2 sets, possibly 3 sets of forwards. So 3 sets of 2 out there. You get an opportunity to ice the puck. You don't want to get caught out there too long, especially when you're shorthanded, because you're short. You have 4 guys on ice. They have 5. So it's important to ice the puck and get some good changes. And that's what Ottawa's been doing very good so far. Flyers haven't been able to set up the puck. Good changes by the Ottawa Senators while shorthanded.
Johnson hard around. Phillips loses to Gagne. Roenick on the half wall. Arvidsson the defender. Roenick's shot. Didn't get good wood on it. Checks his blade. He busted it.
Snapped right in half.
Gagne goes hard to the boards, stumbling off of Phillips' hit. Phillips takes the puck away as Gagne is slow to get to his skates. Walks it out of the zone. The penalty is up. Ottawa has killed it off. Primo connects with Recchi, who's having a pretty good game for himself. Would love to get one here to tie it up. Loses the puck, though. Foot race. Brunet cannot beat Richardson, who's covering for Recchi. Cross-ice pass. White goes into the corner against Carrion. Richardson picks it up to Czechmanik's right. Sends it back around. White goes tumbling in the middle of the zone off inadvertent contact against Terrien.
Fans here in Philly getting a little restless, Jack.
Ottawa is doing what it does well. Brunet's drive hits the side of the goal. Loose back of the net. Alfredson, who has one tonight, brings it back out to Phillips. His shot goes off Justin Williams and up 7 rows over the corner glass. 3.5 minutes to go in the second period. Ottawa has the only goal of the night. The Philly fans are nervous.
You wake up sore.
Doesn't mean Tiger Woods is not busy.
That's right.
The fall of 1942 found the Russians in a desperate fight against the advancing German armies on World War II's Eastern Front, while British forces in Libya were under the pressure of the Axis powers. The key to relieving these two situations involved a massive three-pronged invasion to take control of North Africa and open up the Mediterranean Sea to the Allied forces. This invasion was given the name Operation Torch. 3 task forces were created to carry out the mission. The Western would invade French Morocco, the center, the port city of Oran in Algeria, and the Eastern Task Force would land at Algiers. This was a massive and complex operation involving the coordination of hundreds of ships, thousands of tons of supplies, and naval and military forces from the United States and Britain. The initial landings occurred on November 8th. In spite of strong opposition by the Vichy French, the Allied forces gained control of 1,000 miles of African coastline in 76 hours. Operation Torch, a significant event in American military history.
Maybe it is. The Flyers down 1-0, and Patrick Lalime is doing to the Flyers what Roman Cechmanek did to the Senators in Game 1. From time to time, he has stood on his head. Chara's drive hits a body, comes to the near side boards. McEachern steers it in front, shot by Bonk, goes just wide. Cechmanek might have gotten a piece on the way through.
Oh, what a great opportunity there. Nobody for the Flyers in that high slot area, dangerous area to leave open if you're defensive in your own zone.
Lalime plays it quickly to Bonk. Still looking for his first career playoff goal. Incidentally, he picked up an assist on Alfredsson's goal, and that doubled his lifetime point total from 1 to 2 assists. McEachern holds. Mighty's shot goes all the way through. Bodies piled down behind Cechmanek as Hossa and Weinrich go down. Fedotenko holds the puck a half a second too long, and Ranheim is offside. The Visa storyline. The captain, Alfredsson, gets the goal.
Well, our Visa storyline replay. A little bit of a screen there by Chris Therien. And Daniel Alfredsson, the captain of the Ottawa Senators, gives them their first goal of the playoffs. And a 1-0 lead here in Game 2, trying to even it up at 1.
The saves, 24 for Lalime, with still 2.5 minutes to go in the second period, and Cechmanek has been pretty sharp as well. 19 stops, and as you said, Eddie, he didn't have much of a view of that one.
Oh, Lalime's made a couple beautiful ones here in the second period.
Desjardins gloves it down, throws it down the boards. Redden gets it out. Alfredsson, check it, Arvidsson goes wing to wing. Havlat goes corner. Stacked up on Brashear's check. Brashear will carry it free all by himself. Out of the right to Desjardins. Redden sees it coming. He intercepts, has Havlat middle. Stick check by Therien, breaks it up.
Beautiful play there defensively by Chris Therien. A turnover by Brashear. Ottawa Senators almost cashed in with Phillips, the defenseman, getting active from his blue line position.
Fisher withstands the check from Primo. Hits Arvidsson in the skates. McGillis spins him around 2-on-1 here. Fisher with Havlat tries the saucer pass. Richardson makes the play. Philly defensemen tonight have made at least half a dozen great stick checks to break up odd man rushes.
I gotta believe that the Senators coaches will have to tell their players, next 2-on-1, you gotta shoot the puck.
Brunet and Alfredsson breaking, and it's offside at the Philadelphia line. A reminder, the Stanley Cup playoffs continue tomorrow. And what a huge game ESPN has at 3 o'clock Eastern time. The Hurricanes lead the Devils 2-0 going into the Meadowlands. That's 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ESPN. ESPN 2 has its doubleheader tomorrow night. Blackhawks and Blues are tied a game apiece. They'll play at 7 Eastern time as the series shifts to Chicago. The Red Wings and the Canucks play at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific time.
Well, that last shift for the Ottawa Senators, Jack, 2 2-on-1s, no shots on goal.
The defensemen are getting the job done when they have to in a pinch for Philadelphia. Now, can the forwards stick one in the goal? Richardson breaks it up at the line. It comes in, and Roenick is struggling to get out of the zone, so the drop will come back to center ice. Just outside the Ottawa line, actually.
Since the goal by Daniel Alfredson to give the Senators a 1-0 lead here in Game 2, the Flyers have really elevated the game. They've gotten a lot more active. They take a lot of pucks to the net. If it wasn't for Patrick Lerline, Flyers could easily have the lead.
It's what I like best about series, because one team makes a statement, the other tries to answer. White fires at middle. Gagne inadvertently steers it in on Czechmanek, but the keeper is tracking the puck.
Todd White got the puck in the left-hand corner, just threw it out in front of the net, hoping for a little bit of help, hoping one of his teammates would be going to the net. And Simon Gagne, who played for Team Canada in Salt Lake City and won a gold medal for Canada, is where he's supposed to be, and Daniel Alfredson was a little bit wide. White's got to be careful on that play of throwing the puck back away from the net. And he's in that corner and throw it back the other way. That could give the Flyers an opportunity. There, Czechmanek had to realize that Simon Gagne was in good defensive position and had to make the save on number 12 of his own team.
Phillips snap shot. Terrian knocks it down in front. Recchi up to Oates in the neutral zone. Bonk. Off McTecker. It bounces down to Desjardins. Final minute of the second period here. Ottawa has taken a 1-0 lead. Should Ottawa hold this lead? Interesting to note that the Sens are very, very good at closing the deal when they lead into the third period. Among the 16 playoff teams, they have the 4th best record at closing the deal, at finishing it off when leading through 2 periods.
That has a lot to do with the system, the trap that they play. So accustomed to it and having a lot of confidence in it. What that does is that makes teams open it up, and then they are able to cash in when you start to cheat and try to create more offense like the Flyers are trying to do. But the Flyers are doing a good job as well defensively of creating more offense for themselves.
Well, the Flyers have put in a good effort tonight. The Leafs and the Avs both are up 2. John Buccigross has the Southwest Intermission Report, Sports Center in-game coming your way in just a few seconds. The Coyotes and the Blues show what they're made of and come back to even up their series, and a lot of NFL draft news. That's just a few moments away as John is in the studio once again with you. Johnson down into the corner, puts the shift on Redden. Chara having a look at him. Tries to poke him away. Primo down low, tries to throw it front. It's off of the legs of Yolonen. And Arvidsson gets it back into the neutral zone. The clock runs out in the second period. Ottawa gets the only goal of the frame. It comes off the stick of Daniel Alfredson at 9:32. Bonk with just his second career playoff assist. Ottawa has a 1-0 lead. Lalime has been a giant. John's in the studio with you after the break. Eddie and I will see you for the third period.
Look who's back. Hey, how was your date? What is he like?
Okay. First of all, he was very sweet and very handsome.
Okay, so far so good.
He has a great sense of humor.
Go on.
He's been stationed here for 3 months, and he just got promoted last week.
Oh, smart too. So when are you seeing him again?
Well, I'm not.
How come?
Because he dips snuff.
Oh, gross. Disgusting. Too bad.
Now is your chance to extend your European tour. The Combat Maneuver Training Center in Hohenfels, Germany is looking for branch-qualified senior NCOs in combat arms or combat support MOSs to train today's and tomorrow's warriors. Contact your Personnel Administration Center for more details.
No other Army career offers so many opportunities to live and work in as many different countries as a defense attaché. This challenging career field is looking for highly qualified NCOs. Call DSN 312-622-3901 to discuss prerequisites and application procedures. Travel the world as a soldier diplomat. Find out what it takes to be a defense attaché. Call DSN 312-622-3901.
This week on Destinations, get ready for some football. Destinations is hitting the road with the Frankfurt Galaxy as they take on the Barcelona Dragons. Don't miss Destination Barcelona, 6:30 p.m. on AFN Europe.
Being part of a family can be like taking a journey. Most of the time, it's smooth and enjoyable, but occasionally things can get rough. and the trouble can escalate. That's when family advocacy can help. Through programs like couples counseling and parent support groups, they can teach families how to resolve conflicts and steer clear of bigger problems. Family advocacy, helping families stay on course.
When using public transportation overseas, follow the basic safety precautions. On airplanes, window seats close to the center of the cabin are safer, as most terrorist attacks come from the front or rear. On buses, aisle seats offer greater safety. Aisle seats on trains offer the same safety. Terrorists often strike through the windows of buses or trains. Use common sense when using public transportation overseas, and you'll reduce your chance of becoming a target.
Sports Center in-game. This intermission report is presented by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the National Hockey League.
Ottawa trying to stop their 13-game road playoff losing streak. NHL record is 17 straight. They're on their way, up 1-0 after 40. Welcome in, John Butchergoss with you, Southwest Airlines Intermission Report. Peter Forsberg is the first player in NHL history to play the first game of a playoff year after not playing organized hockey anywhere in the preceding regular season. Forsberg playing in the first 2 games against the LA Kings in the Western Conference playoffs. That's where we pick it up, and we pick up Forsberg. Scoring a goal in his second game back. He had 2 assists in his first game. Also, statistics have shown when Forsberg plays, Joe Sakic's goals per game and assists per game are both higher. Sakic, the beautiful aerial to Steven Reinprecht. Colorado now up 4-3. Watch Drury. Let the pass go to Forsberg. He feeds Drury, who makes it 5-3. And the Avalanche are winners. Game 3 Monday, 10 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Avalanche lead this series 2 games to love. Last year, that series went to 7 games. The Avs winning in Game 7. That was Forsberg's last game before these 2 playoff games. San Jose, Phoenix, Sean Burke. Oh, what a great blocker save. Then Damon Lankow, the former Flyer with the backhand goal. 1-0 Phoenix. Watch it again. Shane Doan throws it at the net, saving the Bakov, but there's Lankow with the goal. Then Daniel Briere, driver 8, take a break. Sean Burke, 27 saves, just his 3rd playoff win in his last 14 decisions. Now 3-11 in those 14 decisions. That series tied at 1. Game 3 Monday, 10 o'clock Eastern. Islanders, Maple Leafs. Sundin, no. Renberg, no. Chris Osgood, good in the first period. Now second, Michael Pekka. Cujo, just as good as Osgood. Third period, Domi to Sundin. What a great save by Osgood, but he can't cover up, and Alan McCauley stuffs it in. Look at the puck just sitting there in the paint. Caberlet adds an empty netter, and the Maple Leafs are winners. Cujo's 13th career shutout in the playoffs. Sundin, 2 helpers, 16 points in 8 games going back to the last season in the playoffs. Yashin, no goals. Last 12 playoff games, his team 0-12 in those games. Blackhawks won Game 1. They would love to win Game 2. Go back home where they're so good. Doug, wait, what happened there? Chicken Parm Ray Ferraro, shot on goal. Corey Stillman, shot, and there's Doug Waite poking it in on the power play. Lau Odeline now for the Blackhawks, saved by Brent Johnson. Watch him take this to the side. Kind of the same way he took the Karpovtsov shot in Game 1, but the Karpovtsov shot went in. Kachuk save, Mellanby save, Mellanby goal. St. Louis wins 2-0. Brent Johnson, first career playoff shutout in 4th career playoff game. Blackhawks are 18-13 playoff series when splitting the first 2. This one goes back to Chicago. Again, the Blackhawks were a great home team this season, and the series is tied at 1. All kinds of hockey Sunday on ESPN and ESPN2. On ESPN, Hurricanes, Devils, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Right here. Over on ESPN2, doubleheader, Blues, Blackhawks at 7 with the series tied at 1. And the Vancouver Canucks trying to go up 3-0 on the Red Wings at home. Sunday night hockey, 10 Eastern. Should be a great one. Much more to come. NFL draft held today. That guy went number 1. We'll tell you about the other picks as well. And the NBA playoffs underway. 1-8 upsets in the NHL playoffs. 1-8 upsets in the NBA playoffs.
If you're accused of a criminal offense by the authorities of your host country,
There's something that can help protect your rights and define your legal status. It's called a Status of Forces Agreement, or SOFA, and it describes the relationship between you and your host country's legal system. The Status of Forces Agreement balances rights and responsibilities.
To fly Space A, fax your leave form to the terminals you want to use. Then sign up on the day you want to fly. When the customer service agent calls your name, show the proper identification. Then check in at the counter, pay the usage fee, and get your seat assignment. Now all you have to do is wait in a comfortable lobby while the cabin crew prepares the airplane. Take advantage of one of your military benefits. Fly Space A. But remember, the trip starts here.
For an emergency in Germany, call 110.
Become a coach with Child Youth Services and enroll your child in any CYS sport for free. Your second child can enroll for half price. Contact your CYS center for more information.
First Class Mail. A quick way to send letters up to 13 ounces. Perfect for things that need to go fast. Priority Mail. For items from 13 ounces up to 70 pounds. Picks up where First Class leaves off. Express Mail Military Service. The fastest way for packages up to 70 pounds. Insurance up to $500. Not available everywhere. Parcel Airlift Mail. The less expensive service for packages up to 30 pounds. Space Available Mail. Least expensive service. Large packages are taken on a space available basis. Your Military Postal Service. For any and all mailing needs.
Southwest Airlines intermission report. Third period, Flyer sends on the way. First, other news. David Carr chosen #1 overall in today's NFL draft by the Houston Texans, the newest NFL team. Julius Papper, taken second by Carolina. Third pick, Joey Harrington. Many thought he might slide into the teens of the first round. Instead, the Lions plucked him at #3. And here are your picks 4 through 10 of the NFL draft held today in New York City. The draft continues tomorrow. You can watch it starting on ESPN at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific, and then over on ESPN2 beginning at 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific. The 2002 NFL Draft, as always, complete coverage on ESPN and ESPN2 and ESPN.com. And NBA playoff basketball. That's Steve Smith in the corner. Sonics and Spurs, game 1. Tony Parker to Tim Duncan. Spurs win game 1 by 21 points over the Sonics. Jazz Kings. Peja Stojakovic. From Doug Christie, squishy. Kings up by 4. Last chance. Jazz down by 3. Hurry up. John Stockton throws up. Oh, a little short. You wonder if that would have gone in if it wasn't touched. Follow-up jam attempt. Pacers Nets. Whoa, Jermaine O'Neal. He had 24 in the first half. Pacers led by 10, off to a great start. Reggie Miller, the runner, and 1. He made the free throw. Pacers by 4. Pacers by 4 with 18 seconds to go. Nets looking for a quick 2, a foul, and maybe a 3. Instead, they get nothing and like it. Pacers pull off the 1-8 upset. And the NBA playoffs, baseball tonight. Brian Kenny, Tim Kirk, Jen and Mike McFarland, Barry Bonds in Houston against Lance Berkman. How long will Pudge be out? It's going to be a while, and your in-progress highlights all on Baseball Tonight following Puck. Sports Center there with John Anderson and Reese Davis. The wild and wacky NFL draft, stunning NBA highlights, and can Bonds catch Berkman? It's all on Sports Center tonight at 8 Pacific. All right, the Sens trying to break that 13-game road playoff losing streak. They have 20 more today.
Here's what's coming up on AFN Sports.
AFN Sports, your 24/7 sports channel.
This is your esophagus. This is your ballpoint pen. This is the 9th time. Now, it's not the injury, it's the cumulative effect. Shh. What are you doing?
If there is one thing we've learned over the years, it's that Americans hate to send their kids to war. But when we do, we owe them more than just our thanks. VA hospitals and spinal cord injury centers exist nationwide because of this obligation. They provide veterans the specialized medical treatment and therapy they need, caring for millions of veterans yearly. And for that, we give them our undying thanks.
If you've considered adopting or are an adoptive parent, you're invited to the 2002 European Adoption Symposium, May 11th. Get advice from legal advisors, American immigration officials, adoption agency representatives, and other experts concerning adoption issues and adoptive children. If you're interested in attending or wish to contribute expertise, time, or resources, contact the American Red Cross at the Landstuhl Regional Medical Center at DSN 486-7298.
Working together is the only way for U.S. Army Europe and its allies to get the job done. That's why USRA and NATO formed the Project Partnership Program. This prestigious award is designed to recognize soldiers, civilians, and units that helped bring the U.S. and its allies closer together. Applications are due no later than April 30th. The Project Partnership Program, recognizing personal and professional contact between U.S. and allied soldiers.
Currently talking about the old Hartford Whaler days with Camera 2 operator Marcus Patton. We'll talk about more stuff on NHL tonight, Saturday, 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific. That's tonight over on ESPN2.
Many internet...
Oh my goodness, so much fun. You ready to move to a whole new house, honey? You know, this is my 3rd PCS move in almost as many years. So I know it's smart to hand carry some of my sentimental things and valuables. And last but certainly not least, I make sure I've got all the paperwork and documents that I'll need as soon as I get to my new place. In fact, they're probably the most important things to keep handy during a move. Well, one of the most important things.
In May of 1972, terrorism struck at the heart of U.S. Army Europe. We quickly understood that our adversaries were not just large militaries with opposing political views. Although the Cold War is over, the terrorist threat remains.
It was right here on Campbell Barracks in Heidelberg where almost 30 years ago, terrorists planted a bomb killing 3 U.S. soldiers. You don't need to live in fear. Just be aware of your surroundings, vary your routine, and report any kind of suspicious activity. But I'm only one set of eyes. I need your help too. Please stay alert.
As a young boy growing up in the Philippines, I always dreamed about airplanes. By the time I was in high school, I knew that I wanted to join the United States Air Force. I enlisted in the Air Force and later learned that my service time allowed me to become an American citizen a lot easier than I thought. I've always been proud of my Filipino heritage. Now I'm proud to be an American.
For more information about becoming an American citizen, contact your personnel office.
I know I'm not here expecting, but I am Michael Jordan, chairman of the board of the College Fund. By keeping tuition costs down, bright, deserving kids get a shot at going to college. Because let's face it, no matter how gifted you are,
we all could use a little help. Please support the College Fund. Mine is a terrible thing to waste.
Want to go one-on-one?
ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs is brought to you by the only motor oil that provides the most protection, Castrol GTX. Drive hard. By Nextel, how business gets done. And by Kia Motors, makers of a full line of quality cars backed by a 10-year warranty program.
The Ottawa Senators have lost their last 13 consecutive road playoff games. They are 20 minutes away from winning in Philadelphia. It has been almost exactly 4 years. Patrick Lalime is 0-5 lifetime.
And believe me, he knows that.
Redden dumps into Czech Monik's end. Big hit from Hulsa. Right in front, Fisher. Hulsa can't stick a fork in the bouncing puck. Here comes Recchi breaking out. He's got Leclerc charging into the right wing corner against Chara. This could be a big collision. They both back off wisely. Oates holding back of the goal, looking for something in front. Feeds it up the slot, and nobody home. McEachern comes back. It's a 3-on-2 odd man rush. Hulsa can't bring it to the forehand side. Terrian can't clear the zone, though. Oates. You can feel the anticipation in the crowd. This place is ready to explode if the Flyers can just provide a reason to cheer. The crowd has had plenty of reasons.
And every time that puck, sorry, Jack, every time that puck's in the Flyers zone, they all hold their breath.
It's playoff hockey, game 2, and the intensity increases. One team raises the level, the other team matches it or drops behind. Tonight, we find out if Ottawa can pull even in the series. Roenick's drive, save Lalime. Rebound comes through all the way across the crease. Alfredsson scrapes it clear and lowers the blood pressure.
Patrick Lalime was asking or yelling at referee Rob Schick, how come there's no whistle? But the Flyers continue to play. The big shot by Roenick down the right wing boards. As we take a look from our southwest goal cam, the shot by Roenick. Fedotenko comes right in. No whistle by the referee. Puck goes right through the crease. As a player, you're taught. You play until you hear a whistle, and that's exactly what Ruslan Fedotenko did to Hero in Game 1. The big shot by Roenick. Lalime standing tall again here in Game 2.
Gagne back of the goal. Roenick chases it up the boards. Havlat comes back to help out. Red off the back wall. Chara trying to turn away from Williams. Havlat. This one deflects up over the glass on the fast-paced pass. Arvidsson tipping it up and over. Patrick Lalime has done what Ottawa has needed him to do tonight.
Oh, he's made a couple big saves in key situations here. A face-off wing, Kim Janssen. The glove save here. Justin Williams with 2 great opportunities. That might have been his best save of the night. Great pass by Recchi. Redirect by Adam Oates. Near a little shot. As you called it beautifully, Jack, it was almost deflected by the skate of Mark Recchi. And Lalime not only stopping shots off sticks, but also skates as well.
25 of them tonight. A long way to go. 18.5 minutes left on the clock. Red fires in behind Czechmanek. A quick D-pair change for Jacques Martin's Senators. It is the Murray, Brashear, Fedotenko line out there right now. And Lecision and Knighty are the D-pair. So 4th line, 3rd D-pair. Martin does not want to waste his top guns against Philly's lower echelon. Bouncer in front. Czechmanek sticks it to the backboards. Arvidsson there first on it. Uses the pick. Gets it loose. Salo's shot goes wide. Check it. It was Havlat. Havlat back to his own line. Yolonen trying to put the shift on Janssen. Janssen steers into the boards. One hands it up to Recchi. Recchi to Oates. Tries to get it calmly to Brashear. Second chance he does. Weinrich thrown off his path on the check by Neal. Recchi takes it down the board. Recchi working Phillips. Recchi hammered in the corner as Phillips makes the check. Leclerc goes down under Yolonen's touch. Oates tries to throw it middle. Salo backhands it to the wall.
The Ottawa Center's doing a real good job down low, not giving the Flyers any opportunity to win those one-on-one battles. As a defensive player in your own zone, Jack, you want to make sure that you keep yourself in between the puck carrier or where the puck is and your goaltender, especially if you're a defenseman. And as a defenseman, you work in tandem. You always want to make sure you have a defenseman in front of the net. But here, great job by Chris Phillips. A one-on-one battle, using the stick a little bit, getting body position, and finishing his check on Mark Recchi. A simple little play there with a little help as well. Oates one-on-one battles, Jack, are so important.
Sorry to step on you there, Eddie. Oates and Fisher on the drop. Every face-off important in this one-goal game. Under 17 to go in regulation time. Hand pass in the neutral zone, and the face-off is going to come back toward Lalim's end, just outside the Ottawa line. McEachern, part of the strength that Ottawa captain Daniel Alfredson thinks the Senators don't get enough credit for. In the third period, a +25 goal differential in the regular season. Alfredson's boys can finish strongly. They can frustrate a lot of teams with the way they can slow things down in the neutral zone. But to Philadelphia's credit, the Flyers have been Flyers tonight. Terry has to chase it corner. Throws it out of the zone. Redden knocks it down, but here's Williams breaking with Gagne middle. Gagne saved by Lalim, and he gets the rebound as Williams stuffs it right back at him. Terrian gives it up. Fisher's got a breakaway. Fisher and Czechmanek. Fisher scores! End-to-end! Incredible turn of events, and Ottawa's up 2-0.
Well, how often do we see it, Jack? Not only one save at one end, but two saves by Patrick Lalim. First one off the stick of Simon Gagne. And then Justin Williams comes in, a 2-on-1. What a great pass by Williams. Gagne holds, he brings it to the backhand, and a beautiful little back check. A poke check by goaltender Patrick Lalim. And he just... Gagne could not hold on to the puck and just let him slide by. He would have had a wide open net. And at the other end, Mike Fisher goes upstairs on Roman Czechmanek. He made one little move, got it high. Czechmanek took away the bottom of the net. But a heads-up play by Lalim to start the whole opportunity for the Ottawa Senators. They lead 2-0.
Nearly 20,000 people in the building, and you could hear a pin drop right now as the Flyers are down 2 goals in the third period against a team that's very good at protecting a third period lead. Decisions hit on Recchi. Slows the play, but here's Oates right in front for Leclerc on the doorstep. 4 red shirts right in front of the goal, protecting Lalim. Richardson's long pass. Arvidsson gets in the way. And again, that delays the attack. You can see Philadelphia slowing down in the neutral zone, not getting that speed, unable to attack on the rush the way it was just moments ago. Justin Williams had Lalim down and out. It always looks easy from here, but he just could not get the puck up and over, and he ended up shooting it right back into Lalim.
And initially, Gagne made the right move. He just couldn't finish.
Janssen bouncing puck. Chance for Havlat. Wheels. Slaps at it. Salo wrists it, deflects, and goes wildly off the backboards. It's a high stick touching the puck. Not a penalty, but an infraction, so the drop comes back to the neutral zone.
Well, after the big plays by Patrick Lalim, Gagne just could not finish and get it all the way around. And here Chara throws it all the way up. Block shot. How important is that? And the whole key here is that Fisher gets the puck off to the side. And when you have the puck off to the side like that, it keeps the goaltender honest. If you have the puck in front of you and you start stick handling,
The goaltender knows you only can go one way or the other. Eventually, to shoot the puck, as Fisher did, he would have to bring it to his side. But since it was in that shooting position right off the bat, it kept Czechmanic honest. He made one little move. The goaltender went down. He went upstairs. Beautiful goal there by Fisher.
Great point. Great point. Fisher having maximum flexibility. Roller comes in wide. Chara with a huge reach gets past Gagne. Roenick fighting hard in the corner against Yolonen. Weinrich bounces it into the middle. Chara there again, steps around Williams. Carries it into the neutral zone. Here's Dan Neal. Up for Yolonen. The bouncer shot up in the air. Batted out of there by Philadelphia. And the next touch, it's going to be touching the puck with a high stick against the Flyers. The drop will come down to Czechmanic's left. The fans here still have not recovered from Fisher's unassisted goal at 3:53.
There's a player sitting on the Philadelphia Flyer bench. You see a 2-on-1 opportunity. You see the great pass by Williams, and then the lack of execution by Gagne of the poke check by Lalime, and then he has the wide open net, and he can't get it in there. And all of a sudden, they come back the other way. But here, a great pass by Chris Neal. There, Chara looking at the referee, probably wondering if there was a penalty. The big man in that big goal behind Roman Czechmanic.
Philadelphia wins the draw for the 26th time tonight. Ottawa has won 29. This one quickly comes out, and we'll do it again.
Major letdown for the Flyers. Getting that opportunity at one end and then the breakaway the other way. Just had that feeling that Fisher was going to score after those two unbelievable chances. But for the Flyers, they just got to keep doing what they've been doing. They've been creating some offensive opportunities. Get your defensemen involved. Make sure you get the puck going deep. And everybody's got to think along the same line. You're not going to be able to try to stick handle through 2 and 3 guys.
Czechmanic sweeps it around. Fisher, the goal scorer, intercepts. Bounces off Terrian's hit. Hossa tosses it opposite corner on the deflection. McEachern cycling down low. Hossa on the hit against Terrian. Hossa tries the wrap but loses control on the forehand side. Knighty with the puck on edge. Wrists it into the middle. Again, Ottawa just throwing the puck at the goal, hoping good things will happen, as they so often have in this young playoff year. Cross-ice pass from Hossa. Ill-advised. Fedotenko couldn't capitalize, though. Moline stops it for 90. Ottawa content to slow the pace down, but it wants the puck at the other end of the ice. Gives it up at the line to McGillis. Cross-ice, Leclerc. Oates kicks to the stick. Alfredson on the sweep check. Alfredson does so many things for his team. A team that leads 2-0. Thanks to Fisher's goal at 3:53 of the third.
When you head back to the U.S. from a trip abroad, it's nice to bring back something special for friends and family. But if you bring back something that's prohibited, like a bird or animal product, you risk exposing the country to harmful microscopic organisms, like the virus that causes foot and mouth disease in livestock. So please, make sure you leave prohibited agricultural products behind and choose a gift that will never become a pest. For more information, call 1-866-SAFEGUARD.
Sometimes the hardest things to talk about are the most important. What happens to the family in the event of the retiree's death if the survivor benefits were declined? Without the coverage, families could be hard-pressed to make ends meet. This is an important issue to discuss with your family. And because laws covering survivor benefits are subject to change, it's important to check on the latest information before you retire.
Offside, and the drop will come back to the neutral zone. They don't often pull the Rocky theme out in Philadelphia, but down 2-0 here with about 13 minutes to go. They just played it during the TV timeout. And now the crowd tries to pick up the chant of "Let's go Flyers."
Well, still plenty of time for the Flyers. We talked about how do you create offense and try to finish. Got to get your defensemen involved a little bit and expect the Ottawa Senators to come into their trap, be a lot stronger, and try to cause some turnovers for the Flyers. And sometimes as a player, you want to try to do a little bit too much, try to stick handle through one player, two players. You have to outman people. 2-on-1 situations all over the ice.
Alfredsson's goal midway through the second period was his first of the playoffs. Fisher's goal early in the third was the first of his playoff career.
Huge goal.
Chara sweeps it around. Alfredsson takes it off the dasher against Oates. White gets it into the neutral zone. Brunet loses. McGillis chips it off the boards. It comes back to Richardson. Leaves it for McGillis. Alfredsson charges in and bangs hard against him. Leclerc feeds it forward looking for Oates. Chara in a foot race. One hands it. Leclerc down the wall where he's so strong, but he runs into Chara, which is like running into the Empire State Building. He comes loose. Here's Alfredsson working Richardson. Missed stick handles, and Recchi will take the gift.
Ottawa's not sitting back at all. You talk about Alfredsson going in and finishing his check. I want to put the Flyers out in this game.
Salo can't get it past Williams. Throws it middle. There's Phillips. Outlet. He just turned 21. Bonk tries it. Off the long carom. Ronick. Richardson. Williams had the chance. Couldn't put it home. Fisher took it to the other end. Gagne's wild wrist shot goes off the high glass. Williams knocks it down. Janssen. Weimer. 75-footer. Lalime drops it for Phillips. Williams on the forecheck. Phillips kicks it along the boards. Weinrich pinches in. Williams looks for a pass. Finds Ronick. One-timer. Janssen goes wide. You can hear the impact. He got all of that one, but it wasn't on goal.
Oh, that whole play was started by defenseman Eric Weinrich. Pinched in. He took a chance to keep the play going. And a good opportunity there for Ronick and Janssen with Gagne screening in front.
Weinrich goes down under contact from McEachern. Crowd wants a call, but won't get it. Murray out of his own end. Knighty nudges it up. McEachern slaps the puck around behind Chetmonic. A semi-change for Ottawa. Some fresh legs on the ice. The shift continues for others. Hossa intercepts the giveaway from Weinrich. Hossa saved by Chetmonic as he looked off for the pass to Fisher, but Chetmonic never gave up any of the net.
Oh, a turnover by that man right there, Eric Weinrich. He wanted to get off the ice. He just wanted to get the puck into the neutral zone. This was a tough shift, a long shift for Weinrich. Everything's fine. The puck's going to go back. Now watch Weinrich try to get it up. Oh, here's Marian Hossa. He tried to get it to Desjardins, who changed for Weinrich's partner, Janssen. I don't know if that puck was rolling. It was definitely rolling on Weinrich. Let's take a look and see if it was rolling on Hossa. He takes it. He takes a look to see if it's an odd man situation. And as he shoots it, just a quick little shot. Good positioning there by Chetmonic.
Desjardins. Up the middle for Recchi. Dumps it into the left wing corner, but Lalime has it. Sends it around for Redden. Recchi blasters Redden, and Redden's slow to get up. Oates keeps it in the zone. No, he doesn't. It came just out. Redden is up and okay. Shaking off the big hit from Recchi, who personally seems to be trying to lift the Flyers.
Well, you wonder about the timing of this. Maybe some interference there, but Mark Recchi trying to make something happen. Oh, good timing there, because I think Redden got a piece of that puck. The veteran Recchi. Stanley Cup to his name. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Trying to look for some offense. People don't realize the last 3 games of the regular season for the Flyers, only 3 goals. They've had a tough time scoring. Only 1 goal so far in the playoffs.
Fedoruk. This shot deflects and goes up into the stands. Well, I would think that hearing that, Patrick Lalime would say, "Cry me a river." he has made 5 starts in the playoffs lifetime. He has gotten all of 3 goals with which to work before tonight. And they've gotten him a massive 2-goal lead right now. But I'll tell you, Lalime is having the playoff game of his life right now.
The Flyers have had some great opportunities. You think about how they've created a lot of those opportunities. It hasn't been off the rush where the Flyers are very good in transition, as they won in overtime the other night. The turnover, Weinrich moved the puck up, and Fedotenko scored on the backhand in overtime. A lot of their plays has been from the corner, using their size, using their strength, taking the puck to the net, and having patience. I still can't believe the save he made on Williams in that second period.
10-13 to go in the third. Off the trot, Neal can't get it past Therrien. Jody Hull helps out. Neal's splitting the seam. Hull wants to go down the board. Neal's there first against Therrien. Therrien makes the hitch. Desjardins chips it off the glass. Funny bounce back into the middle. Hull spins just wide. Funny bounces sometimes decide not just games but series. Jody Hull was looking for the break there and almost cashed in. Leclerc at the red line. Redden whips it around. Recchi steps into a stiff check from Redden as they once again hook up. Hull tries to nudge it past McGillis, who goes water skiing in the neutral zone, and they let it go.
Good work there by Jody Hull. Just get the puck in a neutral zone. Make sure you get it deep and then get a change.
And here's Philadelphia having similar problems to the problems it had in Game 1, unable to clear its zone crisply and start things out.
Well, they're setting up a trap right here. See if the Flyers can break it.
Roenick wants to do it all by himself. Dumps it into Lalime's glove side. Phillips can't clear it out. Centering pass comes all the way through. Alfredson dives for the puck. It comes off of his deflection with Richardson. The Flyers need 2. They have about 9 minutes to get them against Patrick Lalime, who's been perfect so far.
This is an AFRTS News Minute. Fighter pilots have been flying combat air patrols over the U.S. since last September 11th. And according to Air Force Brigadier General John Rosa, those missions will continue, but they'll match the level of threat at a given time.
The combat air patrols are threat-based. So to say that you have all of your airplanes up, or many of your airplanes up, regardless of the threat, the same number of airplanes at the same places at the same time, I think American people would understand that's not the best way to use your force. So we have a tiered approach. When the threat is high, we will have more airplanes and more forces up. When the threat is low, we will have fewer, and we will always have folks on ground alert.
General Rosa emphasized combat air patrols are a piece of a much larger national security program. That's an AFRTS News Minute. I'm Army Sergeant Chris Mitchell.
I can still feel his hooks in my ribs and taste the leather from his uppercuts. So why should I get out of the corner? Because I'd gladly take another 3 minutes of pain for a shot at the title. Wouldn't you?
Play just underway. McGillis chasing back, whacks it off the boards. Williams goes cross ice. Richardson stepping up.
No!
As you mentioned earlier, Eddie, it seems the Flyers defensemen are more willing to take chances now. They pretty much have to.
They have to. Make sure you have everything in front of you. You have to anticipate. You can't be late. You got to know where that puck is going. That's why anticipation is so important. Keep that puck going ahead.
Richardson mucks for it, but here comes Bonk. Gets into the zone. Arvidsson back to Bonk. Bounces corner. Tries to center, but Havlat had gone past it.
Oh, dangerous play there by Bonk, Jack. Just throwing it out without looking. Flyers in the middle of a change. They could have been off to the races the other way.
Fedotenko takes the bouncer, turns the goal. Fedotenko scored in overtime to end Game 1. Runs into Hossa and McEachern and flicks it up into the Ottawa bench. 8:10 to go in regulation time. And players reacquaint themselves with one another. This is how it got to be 2-zip.
Well, on a 4-on-3 situation for the Ottawa Senators. Good work down low, and Daniel Alfredson takes advantage of a screen by Chris Therrien. On Romanchek, Monica, and after a huge couple saves by Patrick Lalime, Mike Fisher caps in his first playoff goal in the National Hockey League. The Sens lead 2-0.
Along the wall, Hossa chips it into the neutral zone. McEachern. Janssen steps in front of his own goal. Primo. You can see the desperation in Philadelphia right now. Fedotenko steps over a check, but Janssen is in ahead of the rush. The defenseman was leading the rush across the blue line. Well, let's look at those Eastern quarterfinal brackets because it's a wacky year. Top seed Boston, well, the 8 seed leads. Second seed Philadelphia, the 7 seed is about to tie at 1-1. Third seed Carolina has fewer points than the 6 seed Jersey, and Carolina leads that series. Toronto, at least, is keeping logic in place. Mercy. The Stanley Cup playoffs.
That's why you play. Doesn't matter what you've done in the regular season, as we've seen out in the West.
Detroit by far had the best regular season of any team. It's down 2-0. You can see Game 3 tomorrow night on ESPN2 at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Desjardins. Recchi finds the seam. Oates in the lead. Leclerc shot saved by Lalime. Great work by Philadelphia coming all the way from its own end. Leclerc got off the big shot, but Lalime was there. Here's Recchi. Can't throw it through 2 Sens bodies. Brunet goes corner. 90 was also in the way of Recchi's shot. Puck's underneath. Oates kicking away at 90. He's got it under his chest. And 90's pretty happy that the clock continues to run.
Now
he's
careful.
crawling along. Did not get the delay call. Alfredson nudges it off the glass, and it gets past Terry and into the neutral zone. He goes cross-ice blindly. Desjardins rescues him. Leclerc kicks it back into the Ottawa zone, and Philadelphia gets a full change. With 6.5 to go, White deflects it into the second row. And the face-off will come back to Ottawa's side of the red line.
Oh, what a great chance for John Leclerc. Great passing here by the Philadelphia Flyers. Watch this little pass by Adam Oates. Drop pass. Leclerc in all alone. And Patrick Lalime takes away the angle by coming way out. Beautiful pass here by Recchi. Right up. Look at Oates. Head up. Little drop pass. 2-on-2. A little crisscross. Leclerc never picked up his head, and that puck actually looked like it was behind Lalime, but somehow the goaltender got a pad on it.
The cleverness of Adam Oates making the pass into the wake of the path where he was skating, knowing that the path of his skating was creating the space for Leclerc's opportunity to shoot. No wonder he has so many assists. He makes it easier on his teammates.
And he knew that Leclerc, I mean, it was a crisscross situation. He was a little bit ahead of him, but all he knew, he just had to leave the puck for him. Sometimes you see some players try to make a pass in that situation. You almost just have to leave it for him. Just stop it if you can. There, Leclerc picked it up and put his head down and had a quick shot.
Leclerc comes over the boards. If you're just joining us through the bottom of the hour, boy, did you tune in at the right time. 6:09 to go, regulation time. Patrick Lalime is that far away from his first career playoff win. He's 0-5. He's gotten only 3 goals in support before tonight. The Senators have gotten him 2. 1 in the second from Alfredson, 1 in the third from Fisher. It was Fisher's first career playoff goal. And the Flyers are playing desperate hockey right now, trying to get themselves back within a goal so they can try to tie this thing and send it to OT. You know, it's weird. Every game has been decided by 2 goals today in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Toronto beat the Islanders 2-0. One of them an empty netter. San Jose, Phoenix. Colorado and LA. St. Louis and Chicago. All 2-goal games. McGillis. Recchi. Dumps in. Goes 1-on-3. Hammers Phillips. Recchi wants the puck. Kicks it loose. Bonk is behind his own goal. Weinrich knocking it down. Salo. Back to Fisher. Hull nudges it forward. You'll see more and more of Jody Hull in the last 5 minutes. maybe a fourth-line player most of the time, but when it comes to protecting the lead, he is absolutely one of the coaching staff's favorites in Ottawa.
Well, he surely is one of Roger Nielsen's favorites. Had him with the New York Rangers, here in Philadelphia as well, and now with the Ottawa Senators.
Eckert sends it in behind the Flyers goal, and Weinrich starts it out once again. Some restless fans, some booze cascading down from the higher seats, but you can't fault the Flyers' effort tonight. They have created some chances. They just haven't been able to cash in. Janssen's drive. Lecision blocks it down. Therrien at the red line. Up to Janssen. Looking for Williams in the feed. Blind pass gets it away to White. Alfredson holds the puck. Waits an extra second. Touches it down the right wing. Dumps it in and chases it himself against against Therrien. Therrien hits Alfredson. Alfredson on the loose puck in front. Shot, scores! Jody Hull has given Ottawa a 3-0 lead, and they're headed to the exits in Philadelphia.
Well, great work here by the captain, Daniel Alfredson. Finishing checks all night long from start to finish. And a giveaway, he stays with it, he stays with it. Hall comes in for a little support. Look at the work here by Alfredson. Gets some help from Juha Ylonen. Gets it, takes some time, and look at Hall. Perfect positioning, high slot. And the man we were just talking about out there in defensive situations, he was in good defensive position, good posture, just in case the Flyers would come back the other way. And one times a shot past Roman Cechmanek. But how about the work down low?
4 minutes and 8 seconds left. Not throw anything on the ice. Make sure
the public address announcer reminding the crowd not to throw things on the ice with about 4 minutes to go in the game. It has been almost exactly 4 years. April 22nd, 1998. The last time the Ottawa Senators won a playoff game on the road. On this, the 20th of April 2002. They're just a few minutes away from doing it. Ranheim's drive goes into a pair of legs. Knighty jamming in the corner. Murray trying to bring it out of there against Ylonen. Ylonen and Alfredson. The assists on Hull's first goal of the playoffs, the fourth playoff goal of Jody Hull's career. Ottawa's feeling pretty good about itself. It's about to take it back to Ottawa for 2 home games, tied at 1.
Once, if a mother had HIV, so could her baby. But now, things are different. A mother has the power to protect her child and give it the life it deserves. With treatment, 90% of babies can be HIV-free. 90% free of HIV. It's truly amazing what a mother can do. Please, get tested.
Many people serving in the military don't have what you'd call traditional jobs. Often they involve remote locations, isolated duty stations, or unusual hours. The military provides service members with the tools to get the job done. The same goes for continuing education, because no matter what your circumstances are, there are special programs designed to help you get the education you desire. For more information, contact your education counselor.
Jody Hull and the Ottawa Senators are just a couple of minutes away from chasing some major ghosts. It was said that if you hit them, they'd fold. It was said they couldn't win on the road. It was said that they couldn't generate any offense. Well, guess what? They've generated plenty of chances tonight. Can't fault Cechmanek on any of them. Leclerc's shot, Lalime the save. Primo hits Lalime with the stick in the back of the head. Lalime goes down. He appears to be okay. big nastiness on the far side boards as Bonk exchanges pleasantries. I believe with McGillis, debris comes flying out of the stands. And we're going to have a bit of a delay here. Well, the gloves are off.
Well, I think Radek Bonk just trying to hold on. Dan McGillis certainly knows how to drop the gloves. Radek Bonk standing in there. Almost looked like Keith Primo kind of got his leg or his skate kind of caught up on the post, and then his stick came crazily right over and hit Lalime right in the back of the head. And Patrick Lalime, all night long from start to finish, has been #1 for the Ottawa Senators. Look what happens there. Look at Primo. He runs into the net, and that's exactly what happened. His stick hit him right in the back of the head.
Yeah, there was no malice involved there. It was just incidental.
Yeah, he just was trying to avoid the net and got his leg. And the reaction of Patrick Lalime.
Ottawa penalty number 14, Radek Bonk. Flyers penalty number 3, Dan McGillis. Each 2 minutes for high sticking, each 2 minutes for roughing.
Bonk and McGillis each get 2 for high sticking, 2 for roughing, with 3:07 to go in regulation. They're done for the night unless the Flyers score 3 to send this one to an extra period.
They go back to turning points in the hockey game. A couple of the big saves by Lalime in the second period. Off of Justin Williams, and then right before Mike Fisher's goal. Smart play by Lalime. The poke check the puck off of Simon Gagne, and then Williams with a wide open net and just couldn't find the line.
Lucky in front. Leclerc shot saved by Lalime. Trying to finish the job. Chara in his own end. Off the glass. Fisher. Leclerc mugs him from behind. A good check by Leclerc coming back, taking out some frustration on Fisher. Primo goes with Dukes high against Phillips. Philadelphia will change lines. Ottawa also gets fresh legs out there. 2.5 minutes to go in regulation. Desjardins. Phillips. The question now for Flyers fans is, where is the offense going to come from? 2 games coming on the road, coming up in Ottawa. We'll have both of them for you on ESPN2. They come your way on Monday and Wednesday. But the Flyers right now are looking at 2 playoff games with 1 goal scored, and even that came off a bit of a fluky situation as it was a wild spin around backhand that went just inside the post on a screened Lalime.
I think the Flyers will be happy to get out of town, simplify their game a little bit. They've had their chances, not only in game 1, which they won, but even more so here. They started good. They had their opportunities, but just couldn't finish. And that's what happened to the Ottawa Senators in game 1. They had plenty of chances, and they couldn't finish.
Neal runs into a hard check. Hull fires it through underneath Czechmanek, who was down and out. Gagne flies up. Roenick on the lead, makes the save. Lecision on the clear. 1:15 to go. It appears that Barber is not going to pull Czechmanek. The one-timer from Gagne off a skate goes into the corner. Ottawa wants the shutout for its goalie, Patrick Lalime. Final minute of regulation time. The Philly fans are booing. The Flyers, again, were a very strong road team. They had their troubles at home. One of the reasons, perhaps, is the incredible passion of the Philadelphia fans who have seen Stanley Cups and demand another. Shot from the point, save. Primo tries to sweep it past Lalime, but he has the pad down and makes the glove stop as well. Janssen can't keep it in. Havlat in a race against Terrien.
Oh, that was a good save off the stick of Keith Primo. Right now, Patrick Lalime is in a zone.
Terrien gives it up to Salo. Cross ice Chara in the final 25 seconds. Chara lobs it into the right wing corner. One last line change for Ottawa. Already celebrating on the bench. Arvidsson breaks it up. 90, less than 10 seconds to go. Desjardins, Williams tries to whip it cross ice. Patrick Lalime has been oft criticized in Ottawa, but he has a shutout and was a huge part of the difference here. 3-zip the final as Ottawa ties up the series 1 game apiece. Game 3 comes away Monday from Ottawa. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more information, log on to ESPN.com, your link to the Stanley Cup playoffs. For Eddie Olczyk and our ESPN crew, I'm Jack Edwards. 3-zip the final. The Senators win, a shutout for Lalime. We'll send it to John Butchergrass.
Thank you, Jack. John Butchergrass with you here. Baseball tonight is next. Brian Kenny, Tim Kirkcher, Mike McFarland right across the room. They'll be here in 2 minutes. Until then, get you caught up to date what happened earlier today in the NHL playoffs. Take a look at some of the highlights. We begin in Colorado. Joe Sakic. Watch this aerial pass to Steven Reinfeldt. That's a goal that makes it 4-3. Peter Forsberg had a goal and 2 assists in this game. As Sakic and the Avalanche are 5-3 winners. They lead the series against L.A. 2 games to love. Phoenix and the Sharks. Daniel Briere. Watching from end to end. We don't see this in the NHL too much anymore, but we see it there. Coyotes beat the Sharks 3-1. Series tied 1-1. Hawks, Blues in St. Louis. Hawks up 1 game to love. Watch Scott Melleby. Don't forget complete highlights over on ESPN2 on NHL Tonight, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. Islanders, Maple Leafs. That series 1-0 Toronto. Watch Ty Domi. Great centering pass to Matt Sundin. Great save, Chris Osgood. However, Alan McCauley outmuscles Adrian Aucoin on the rebound right here. To give Toronto a 1-0 lead, they go on to win 2-0, lead the series 2-0. Tomorrow, all kinds of puck. On ESPN, Hurricane Devils, 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific. And then over on ESPN2, a doubleheader. 2 great games. The rivalry of the Blues and Blackhawks, the old North Division rivalry. And then Game 2, the Red Wings. Best in the regular season, but down 2 games to nothing to the Vancouver Canucks. That's 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Then NHL Tonight after the Red Wings and Canucks. That is all the hockey on this day. Again, NHL Tonight, ESPN2, 1 o'clock Eastern. Now it's baseball tonight with Brian Kenny, Mike McFarland, and Tim Kirkchen. Enjoy.
Coming up on Baseball Tonight, the Jays and Yanks play another close one in the Bronx. We'll tell you why Buck Martinez loaded the bases on purpose to pitch to Jason Giambi with the game on the line. Speaking of managers, why did Frank Robinson ask his hottest hitter to bunt in a scoreless game? Tim Kirkchen explains the method to the madness. And many managers are putting their faith in some new closers. We'll reveal a surprising list of success stories. Nothing surprises us. Keep your eye on the ball. Baseball Tonight, now. Hello, everybody. It is Baseball Tonight. Welcome aboard. Brian Kenny, Tim Kirkchen, and Mike McFarland. You've never hit your pitcher in the head with the ball, never once inadvertently?
It's the accuracy. It wasn't there.
All those years.
I tried.
Instant updates of all the games that are going on just about as soon as they happen. Remember, watch the bottom line, even through the commercials. Now they're trying to walk guys to get to Jason Giambi. We'll talk about that. We'll talk closers, why the Pirates are winning, and now the Indians in a bit of trouble. Let's start there. Indians and Twins, Tom Kelly. Honored before the game, winningest manager for the Twins throughout the first ball. Tom Kelly night. Bottom of the first, Jock Jones rips this the other way, and John McDonald in for Omar Vizquel. A little short, couldn't play, makes an error. Jones reaching base in 18 straight games. In the second inning, Jones liner to left, Brady Anderson the catch. Nice scoop shoestring. A.J. Pierzynski, though, look at that, scoring on the sac fly. It's a heads-up play, Mike.
Sure was. A.J. Pierzynski going back on the line drive, making sure. Hey, how about Einar Diaz? Tough start to the season, especially defensively, throwing the ball, gets his feet around.
Look at that.
Right on the money. Then as a second inning, bottom of the second, Christian Guzman at the plate. Einar Diaz. So his throwing isn't there, but look at the defense with the runner in there. Comes up, gunning him out at third. By the way, that is a caught stealing again. Nice night for Einar, turning things around defensively.
Yeah, Christian Guzman there earlier. Then in the fourth inning, 2-0, Torrey Hunter on an 0-1. Solo shot, his 6th of the year, and the Twins take a 3-0 lead. In the 6th inning here, it's 5-0, and Matt Kinney facing Ellis Burks. Got him low. Then Jim Thome. Thome's 0 for 13 on the road trip. Got 4 walks, so he's getting on somehow, but Kinney, no relation, had 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, through 6 in the third. Thank you. Top of the 8th, 5-2. Ellis Burks facing J.C. Romero. Oh, he struck him out. That was that call.
Might have been a little down, and he is not allowed to run this season. And we've seen that nasty breaking ball all year, and if he keeps throwing that, he's not going to allow too many runs this year.
Wow, you got two closers looking at you right there.
Bases are loaded later. Mark Wohlers on A.J. Przinsky. Przinsky goes in. One run will score. Bobby Kelsey comes in, and there's that Diaz guy again. He held on to the ball. He's had a tremendous defensive game, Mike. Last gasp for Cleveland is Diaz against everyday Eddie. Guardado with a little help from Corey Koski over at third base. And the Twins get the win. So now Minnesota taking the first 2 in 3 games with Cleveland. Guys, Cleveland swept by Chicago, facing a sweep now by Minnesota. And then they get 4 games up next with the White Sox. They're in a bit of a bind after that 10-game win streak.
Right, and we've talked all about how much they've improved their pitching, but they're going to have problems scoring runs this year, which we never thought about with the Indians.
Torrey Hunter, by the way, batting over 500 in 6 games against Cleveland this season. This is going to be a very tight race, but again, between these top 3 teams, Twins reestablishing themselves. A bit of a dive there. 12-6 now, back up in the Central Division of the American League. Let's go to the Rangers and the Mariners. Jeff Cirillo coming into the day with no errors in 99 consecutive games at third base. That ties a major league record. James Baldwin on the hill got A-Rod. Got him looking. That's with men in scoring position. Ichiro here in the bottom of the first. Look out! Dave Burba pitching him inside off the elbow. Ichiro would stay on. Still in the bottom of the first. 2 on, 2 out from Mike Cameron. Cameron. Look at that. Cameron, a hot batter as well. Bottom of the second. Here's Dan Wilson. Back up the middle base hit. You know, Dan Wilson and Ben Davis combining a little platoon there. Catcher hitting .383 combined.
Great job. It's what they need. Dan Wilson against the righties. Doing a great job with that platoon.
We will keep you up to date on this game throughout the show. Again, Jeff Cirillo can break the record for consecutive errorless games tonight. 99 in a row, the old record, Tim.
John Wader, 99. The record for consecutive chances without an error is 261 by Don Money, and he's going to break that very shortly, meaning in the next few days.
That's good. I'm glad I could just throw it to you, you know, without any warning whatsoever. Record held by, and you get that sort of thing. But all the bad news for Texas, and it's getting worse. Pudge Rodriguez, herniated disc in his lower back. He'll be out now 4 to 6 weeks. Bill Hasselman steps in, plays for him. But now, guys, Texas missing Pudge, Juan Gonzalez, Jeff Zimmerman, and Chan-Ho Park. But this guy, this is a big loss, and I guess there's really no way you can play. Mike, you caught in the big leagues. You can't play with the bad back.
No, and especially the lower back region, it's spasming on him. You see the torque and the bat speed that he generates, but you can't do anything when your back is hurt, and it goes all the way down into your legs. And obviously, Pudge Rodriguez, as quick as his feet are when he's throwing to second base, you just can't get him into position to do it on a consistent basis. You can play with sore muscles, you can play with aches and pains in the joints, but when you're back, the lower back especially, it just sends radiating pain all the way down your legs. You can't function. Period.
And, you know, the doubly bad news here is that Pudge is a free agent after this season. So he's looking for a big year in order to get a big contract. The problem is if he does get a big contract, the Rangers might not be able to afford him, and therefore they may have to trade him before the July 31st trade deadline. And in order to get maximum value, they need a healthy Pudge, which he is not right now. So this is a very interesting situation. Speaking of the DL, Kevin Brown went on the DL today. The 12th time on the DL for Kevin Brown, most among active pitchers. Greg Maddux has been on once. Tom Glavine never been on the DL.
That's amazing. Also, you're talking about 2 guys here with Pudge Rodriguez and Kevin Brown, 2 guys who very durable players, but now over the last 2 years have not been durable. Pudge Rodriguez, by the way, last full season was 3 years ago. Get you an update right now. Let's go back to Seattle. A-Rod is at the plate. Let's pick up the update. James Baldwin on the hill. Already saw A-Rod's first at bat in this game, so I believe this is second time. Oh, look out. Baldwin defending himself.
It's a miracle more pitchers don't get hurt real badly.
James Baldwin, you see that at least once a year to James Baldwin. Takes it off his chest, picks him up, throws him out, no problem, goes out there the next inning.
So they're checking his glove hand. So use the right hand,
exactly
the correct
right.
hand, rather. So he puts that up. See, Rangers off a win last night, 5-11. Mariners doing everything right at 13-4. Again, see the top right hand part of the screen. I love that. You can see exactly where they are. Rafael Palmeiro is batting. So if Palmeiro does it, was at 450 home runs now in his career.
Right.
Tim, yes, good. If he hits one, we'll certainly get it.
And he is 6 for 43 lifetime against James Baldwin. Rafael Palmeiro, great left-handed hitter. James Baldwin's given up some hits. 6 for 43. Pretty big sample.
Always that one guy that owns you.
Right.
We'll keep you up to date on this game. This was a fascinating game. Blue Jays and Yankees. We go right to the 7th inning. Ted Lilly pitching very well for the Yankees. Against Tom Wilson, though, deep, short porch, and Shane Spencer gave it all he could, but it's a 1-1 ball game. Top of the 8th, 1-1, 2-on. Mike Stanton coming on to face the red-hot Carlos Delgado, Tim.
Right now, he doesn't get a whole lot of help from his defense here. This is a tricky play. This is scored a hit. I can see it, but Soriano makes that play most of the time. And here's Shannon Stewart running the whole way from second base, scoring on that play. That's a very good hustle. And here, the infield is in. And Jose Cruz, right-handed hitter, hits a high pop-up. Now, Soriano's got a long way to go. And with a ball over his shoulder like that, it's a tough play. Shane Spencer gets a fairly good power hitter playing deep. So that might have been one of those tweeners where neither one of the guys could get there.
And that one is hit right. And then Nick Johnson steps on first. Now you lose the force. The man on third going to score while they get him in the rundown. You know, that's going to cost you a run, and that makes a difference.
Well, in that situation, you got a 2-run lead late in the game. Hey, they're giving you an out. Go ahead and give them the run. You know who you got coming in.
So, bottom of the ninth now. Kelvin Escobar comes on to close it out. It's Buck Martinez's closer. Got 2 outs. Nobody on. 4-1. Well, hold on, not yet. Enrique Wilson, of all people. First of the year, it's a 4-2 game. It's not over yet. Shane Spencer is next. Escobar, pitching fairly well as a closer. Walks in.
Pretty tough to lay off that one.
It is.
And here we go. Jorge Posada, next man up. Oh, walked him. And Posada 2 for 17 against Escobar in his career. Yanks still alive. Alfonso Soriano batting up around 400 base hit back up the middle. It's a 4-3 game. Next man up, Bernie Williams. Hit his first homer of the season earlier in the game. Getting 2 outs. Base hit, Bernie Williams. Jorge Posada will score. We're tied up 4-4. Next man up, Derek Jeter. Kelvin Escobar. Oh, no. Now, we're watching this game with you, Mike. You said this is going to happen. You just watched.
He's going to throw that fork ball in the dirt, and Tom Wilson's doing a good job back there.
But look at this.
Saves.
He's walking Jeter. Who's on deck? Jason Giambi. Where's the respect?
The best hitter in the league the last 2 years. They walked the bases loaded to get to him. But I'm telling you, this is the right thing to do. He's got a closer who's really struggling, and he's got a situational lefty. I would have done the same thing.
Tom Wilson there, a little save in the day. That's game over.
Glove save and a beauty. Look at the extension. Just that is pure reaction. You have no chance to get your chest protector on it. Boom. If it's time, ball game.
Dan Plesac at the age of 40. Been around since the 80s. Been very effective as well, and he struck him out. Plesac. This is a guy who they were shopping. They were going to trade him away. Has some value. Well, he's very valuable. And then super rookie Eric Hinsky puts it out opposite field on Ramiro Mendoza. It's a 5-4 ball game. Bottom of the 10th. Plesac gassing him. This was the guy. You know, I have to wonder. Now, Buck Martinez used to do this show, but I was wondering, where's Plesac while Escobar was imploding? But he brought him in, and it still worked.
Got him on time.
5-4 is the final, and where do you start? Ted Lilly, outstanding. Roy Halladay, outstanding. Went 7, gave up 1 run. His ERA, 2.48. Yankee bullpen was awful. Carsey, Stanton, Mendoza, 3 1/3, gave up 4 runs. Bernie Williams, game-tying hit. Jason Giambi targeted and victimized. He's 0 for 5.
Right, and Toronto gave up a run in the first inning. They've given up 24 first-inning runs this year. Going into tonight, the Giants have given up 32 runs the whole year. They've given up 24 in the first inning.
We'll have more on this game later on. There's a lot to talk about. Update time, 5-4 Blue Jays get the win. We told you about Rafael Palmeiro batting 450 career home runs. With a man on base, Palmeiro, Brett Boone would be close enough, that was. Got him, so end of thread. I thought that was like the Jimmy Williams shift. I thought they had like 6 infielders in there. Ichiro, by the way, just flew out. So here we are in the bottom of the 3rd now. Mariners batting. They've got a 1-0 lead. We'll keep you up to date again. Anything happens, we'll get you out to the ballpark. We'll take a break right now here on Baseball Tonight. On deck, we'll show you how Kerry Wood managed to spot a team he's never lost to, 6 runs. Plus Barry Zito given 6 runs by his A's teammates, but wasn't around long enough to get the win. We'll tell you why any lead has been good enough for the Pirates this year. And coming up next, how quickly did Barry Bonds welcome Tim Redding back to the major leagues? Good to see you, kid. And also much more on Baseball Tonight. Stay with us.
During the Civil War, some soldiers wore identification pins fashioned by hometown jewelers. Soon after, entrepreneurs did a brisk business selling ID pins to the soldiers in the field. In the early 1900s, the U.S. Army began issuing ID tags to the troops, but it wasn't until World War I that they were called dog tags, because they now look like the license tags on dogs' collars. Dog tags, an interesting part of our American military heritage.
Doesn't mean Tiger Woods is not busy.
That's right.
William Howard Taft, our 27th president, was the first to have the press from taking unwanted photographs. William Howard Taft, the president, the man.
Is brought to you by Nicorette Go. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
This is a very good matchup. Elite teams in the National League, Giants and Astros. Barry Bonds facing Tim Redding. Now, you have to trust me on this. Tim Redding was looking very good in this at-bat until he decided to deal with him 2-2. And what are you going to do? Off the wall. Barry cannot run, guys. You wonder how long should he play in this?
Moral victory. He kept him in the park.
That's it.
By 2 feet.
I tell you, he was pitching well. I'm just going to take my word for it. Jeff Bagwell, by the way.
I'll show you how to go to right center.
His on-base percentage was higher than his slugging percentage going in. That's very rare. I guess his on-base was .507. He's a great player. Here in the 3rd inning, Redding versus Barry. Again, look at that. I tell you what, no, that's not. It wasn't at his head. It was more on the inside part of the plate. His head
that was at his head.
Well, his head was there. I'm just backing him up. Eventually, he walked Bonds to load the bases. Now, he balks, just driving a run with Jeff Kent up here to Mike. We looked at it again. It appeared
that he was obviously starting his windup, stepped off with the left leg. You can't start your windup. That was his regular motion. That's a balk, correct call.
See, I was beefing about that. I could be Harold Reynolds, player apologist, if I kept going with that, but that was a real balk. And there's Reggie Sanders. Yeah, at this point, the wheels start to come off. 2 runs coming in on Sanders' double. They take a 5-1 lead. Barry Bonds against Brandon Puffer. Rips a shot off the wall. Barry going in for his usual. I'll take a double. Boyd comes in.
Well, obviously he can't run, but at this stage, you don't need him to run. He hits home runs, doubles. Just let him run at his pace and don't let him tear that hamstring up.
The bases loaded for J.T. Snow. Jeff Kent hustles in. Barry Bonds had already scored, so they start to open this up. Here's Barry Bonds in the 5th. Already 2 for 2 at the 2 doubles. Deep, but not quite far enough. At a certain point, he's going to have to rest the hamstring, guys. Wait, we're not done yet. Astros are down, but defensively, Greg Biggio. Oh, marvelous play.
That's a gem. Get that one down.
Outstanding play for a great player. 8-2, Giants open this one up. Brandon Puffer, by the way, had all of 2 innings of Major League